My throat cleared right in the middle of that. That was really awkward. Okay.
Oh, like not the Skeksis, but what are the other
Oh,
ones?
the Mystics.
Yeah.
I'm cracking my voice like a teenager.
I'm not.
And welcome to One Foot on the Ground.
This is Johnny.
This is Ashley.
And today we are watching
The First Wives Club.
1996.
Oh wow, 96.
Yeah.
I remember that year.
Get it rolling.
Oh shit. Yeah. I guess I would have. Oh,
I'm
you
just
have
kidding.
the
It's
remote.
me. Bam.
You're trying to shove the cat out of the way with my remote.
Yeah. Just trying to. But he just laid on top of it. I underestimated
Yeah,
his ability to lay on
That is him.
uncomfortable surfaces.
Let's see here.
Yeah. So,
Put the subby titles on.
Mm-hmm. So throughout the movie, Goldie Hawn won't stop mentioning the decade. It's the 90s.
Oh, does she really?
Yeah, she says it several times.
I remember her saying at the restaurant.
Yeah,
It's the
she
90s.
And then like when they mention something about their college years, she'll be like, "It was the 60s."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she blames a lot on the decades.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she?
A little bit.
Maggie Smith. Oh my god, I love her in this so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavy hitters.
There's a lot of people in this film.
A lot of familiar faces.
Who directed it? Was it
Hugh something.
Bronson Pinch? I can't say his name.
Hugh Wilson.
Marissa Gay Harden. I mean, this is everybody in it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's Goldie Hawn, Bette Midler.
Oh yeah,
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. Duh, those are
Yeah.
the top threes.
Who's the fourth?
Stockard Channing. Duh. Music by Mark Shaman.
Uh-huh.
Good times, good things. Oh, what are you having today? Oh, do you like it, first of all?
Yeah, it's all right. It's the Pumpkin Spice Latte by Swamp Head, which is a Gainesville brewery. If you couldn't tell by the title, it is a Florida beer.
Can I take a sippy?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing the sounds for you. You're welcome.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty good. It's fine.
Yeah, it's espresso and
I
spice.
have
And some things nice.
Terrapin Beer Company, Athens, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Hopsecutioner.
Yeah, he's executing a lot of
It looks
hops
like a
in that
Teenage
photo.
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Well, yeah, most of their logos have turtles on them.
Oh. The song playing, I don't think people can hear anything.
I mean,
not that they need to hear a whole bunch, but...
it's
it
Dionne
is a
Warwick.
It was Dionne Warwick. And I love that song. I have it, and it's very weird when I listen to it.
What's the song called?
Wives and Lovers, I think.
Okay.
And I have it, and I listen to it like it comes on my shuffle, and whenever it gets to that part, right before the bells start ringing, in my head, I think of First Wives Club, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't stop here. Now, I love this. They did this with A League of Their Own as well.
What?
They hired actresses that look like them, younger, and they did amazing. Those people look exactly like them as younger kids, or younger ladies.
Yeah. I think the Barbra Streisand one is...
That's not Barbra Streisand.
Bette Midler. Dang it.
And
will
the
always do
the
this.
one that looks like Stockard Channing looks like Winona Ryder to me. But look at that! Look at the Goldie Hawn girl. They all look amazing. But they use the actresses' voices. So
Yes.
Goldie Hawn and Stockard Channing and Bette Midler and Diane Keaton, they all did the voiceovers for this part.
Oh.
So that
I
way
didn't know
it's
that.
a
What
better
a fun
transition.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did do that for A League of Their Own as well.
Okay.
Gina Davis. It's not her in old age
It's-
makeup. I don't
Oh.
think. Wait a minute. Maybe it was.
Are you sure it's not her in old age makeup?
I think it might be. I can't remember. Because I feel like whatever it was I thought it wasn't. But they did do it, I think, with some of the other people. I think they did the same. They
They like
they
ADR.
replaced their voice, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it was Gina Davis in old age makeup. We'll have to do that when we do League of Their Own. We'll get into that.
I almost purchased that today, but I didn't see it on Blu-ray.
I own it on Blu-ray.
Well, look at you, John. All right.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
Madonna.
You know what I did purchase?
What?
The Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that once.
I was watching it last night.
Oh, look.
I
I
was
made
like-
my stand goal from sitting down.
Oh, look at you go.
This
So
happens a
proud.
lot to me lately.
Well,
Except when I need it, like when I'm on a plane. I'm up in the air. Isn't that enough? Jeez.
I don't know what to say to that. I don't have a solution.
You say nothing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm just yelling for no reason.
So one time I went to Movie Stop, the one that you worked at.
Well,
And-
we worked at.
Well, yes.
You worked
I
there
was,
as well.
Until you fired me.
Oh, I separated you from the company. You were not fired.
It was a little neat little business term.
I just removed you from the system.
John's like, I'm leaving the company and I'm taking her with me.
Yeah, she's not allowed
Yeah.
to work here after me.
Yeah.
Look at how
So-
dirty that door is.
So when I went to Movie Stop many a year ago, before I started working there, I went and I saw a Blu-ray of Lost Boys, and I bought a couple of other Blu-rays. Maybe I've told this story before. And I brought it up to the checkout, and I can't remember the guy. I think it was like Michael or somebody.
Who knows?
I mean,
Or Steve.
it doesn't matter. But he was like going through. It was one person who really liked to comment on the items that you're purchasing. And so he was like going through and he was like scanning my movies and he was like, oh, good choice. Ah, good choice. And he got to the Lost Boys and he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, well, that's weird. I was really excited about that purchase. And then I didn't realize until I got home, it was Lost Boys, The Thirst.
See, they put that in small writing underneath the big Lost Boys. It was like Steven Spielberg not directing Poltergeist.
But like he made me
Aw.
feel so weird, and then I got home and I was like, oh, it's because he also asked if like I had the others, and I was like, no.
Oh my gosh.
Because
it's
I thought
fine.
I was buying the first one, yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
today I saw it.
No,
and-
I just
and
like the
was-
last one.
I was like, oh. I was like, I should get the first one.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
so what's going on here?
In the movie,
Yeah.
so Stockard Channing, we fast forward. What is it?
After
20,
first they were in college. It
25
was their
years.
graduation day, and then we fast forward to I think.
Well, they
20-something years later.
one of them gets the other girls. There's 4 girls.
Oh yeah,
They all have
the pearl
matching
necklaces.
pearls.
Yeah. Soccer
Yeah.
Channing gets them all pearl necklaces as a graduation gift because they're such good friends.
Yeah,
we'll
and
always
we're gonna
be
be
good
friends
friends.
forever. And and we fast forward. They don't really know each other.
Yeah, they're not really in each other's
connected.
lives.
Yeah,
And Soccer Channing, her husband left her
For
for
a
a younger
younger
woman,
woman.
which is played by Heather Locklear, I think.
I think so.
I believe it's her.
No. Is,
No, I'm
oh
pretty
wait,
sure.
no.
At the
I
funeral.
was like, is that her husband? But yes. And her,
We don't know
and her
what
husband
he's
was doing
feeling.
like a nipple thing.
A nipple thing, yeah,
Yeah.
we were just talking about nipple things.
Yeah, we were.
But no, he's like, I don't know, you don't know what she's feeling or he's feeling
And
right
he's
now.
like,
and then
her
they,
breast,
they
yeah.
close in on a close up of her. Oh, I love Goldie Hawn. Oh my god, we haven't. Have we done a Goldie Hawn film yet?
No,
What a
we have
special
not. We've done a
treat.
Stockard Channing. We've done a Bette Midler. We've
Wait,
done
what's
a,
our stalker cheat? Oh yeah, practical magic.
We had Sarah
Okay.
Jessica Parker and Bette Midler.
SJP, yeah, Betty Bet,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Midler.
Oh, we also had Midler in no, that was Streisand.
you and this. I mean, what? All Jewish people look the same to you?
Don't you dare put those words in my mouth.
That's what it is. 100%. Oh, drink. Getting drunk would be really nice right now.
Oh, okay.
Just as a side note to life in general.
Yeah.
So,
So we fast forward. We're meeting the women in
well,
their
yeah, but
current
we met
states.
Stalker Channing, but she
She
quickly
killed herself.
flung herself off of her
Yeah,
building.
and she sent off post or
Letters.
cards. Yeah, to
She sent letters to all the girls,
well, which we will find out will be all
which
the
we'll
girls.
find out later, which is one of the scenes in the film that makes me cry.
Oh, Can't wait.
really sad. Like when I think it's Diane Keaton
Probably
gets
She's
the
going through her
letter and
stuff.
she's coming home with a bunch of stuff. It's one of those flustery moments. She has all her mail. She sees that and then she drops everything.
Yes.
And it's like, oh God. Oh, and when I was a kid,
Go
I
ahead.
thought Bette Midler's son here was so sexy.
I'm not surprised.
He is so hot.
He looks like
as an
he could
adult,
be-
I would hope that he's my age now and we can
Well, he also looks
still be married.
like you had hair like that when you were younger, didn't you?
God, I wish my hair was not that curly.
Oh,
His hair is gorgeous. I want that hair right now. It looks like the David by Michelangelo. his
okay,
hair.
yeah.
And his face actually reminds me of a friend of mine, Andrew. It looks a lot like him. I wonder if that's why I have a crush on Andrew.
Oh,
Andrew
Andrew, if
has
you're
a-
listening to this,
Andrew, if you are listening to this, I know you're not, but he lives in Seattle.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I almost saw him when I was there,
But you did not.
but I did not because
You hear
we
that,
couldn't-
Andrew?
We-
he
no, we-
intentionally did not see you, and it's because
we
of
were
the weird
messaging
farting
each other
you would
the
do.
whole time. What? No,
He told me off mic.
you're weird. He never
See?
did that. He has a very nice butt.
Yeah.
And I've told him that many times, so
Those
he doesn't.
deadly
it's
stinkers,
not-
seat pal.
That's weird. No, Andrew's got a nice butt.
Okay. Well,
That's just
just
a
pay
side
some
note.
heed, Andrew.
That's a side note. Hey,
Okay.
Andrew, how's it going?
Yeah. So I really, really liked Goldie Hawn's facelift conversation
Oh my
with her
God.
doctor. I
Do it
like.
to me now.
Well, no, not necessarily that.
She
Where-
did. That's what she says.
No, and that's not the part that I was.
Oh.
Like her saying that there were only 3 types of women
Oh.
in Hollywood.
Yeah,
The
there's-
babe, oh my goodness. The babe, what was it, the lawyer or or like a
Something.
district attorney,
Oh.
and Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I want to
it's-
be young, science fiction young.
And
Give
it's
me
like a
Jagger.
huge commentary on how like
she's
women
she was getting collagen injected in her lips.
Yeah,
that's,
and
that's
her-
the procedure she was going for. By
and
the way,
her doctor was like, "You need to stop."
oh, that was Rob Reiner, by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
it sure was.
Look at your lips.
Yeah, you know she actually had a doctor.
She actually
like,
did do this.
Yeah,
I was
it was
gonna
saline.
bring that up. I knew this. She actually
you.
had it done. I mean, well, yeah, it was saline or something, but it dissipated.
Yeah,
over time.
it's something your body can
So,
absorb.
but because she did that for this film, they had to film it in order so that her lips would be consistent.
Look
Is
at
that interesting? Look at me.
Look at that. She also went on record saying that it was super painful and she will never get plastic surgery because of it.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. And she is getting up there in age, and I've seen her recently. Well, actually, she did that movie with
Private Benjamin.
no, I love
Overboard.
Private Benjamin. Overboard. These are all in the 80s. I'm talking about
I don't know
recent.
any other movies.
She was just in one with Amy Schumer. That's it. Amy Schumer. It was called Snatched. And we actually went and saw it in the theater because I was so excited to see Goldie Hawn in a movie. I was like, oh, we gotta see this in the theater.
That's really funny.
And she, you know how they have that thing nowadays where, well, I mean, I don't know when they started it, but maybe in the 2000s. They've started to do this thing where they airbrush people in movies. Have you seen this?
Oh, here's Heather Locklear.
There she is. So if you watch
Getting
Sex
her
and the
nipple
City in
rubbed.
high definition on your television, girl, all those, like, you get up close to your television. I'm telling the listeners now, this is a really fun thing to do. Put in Sex and the City in the movie, either one, doesn't matter which one, and put it on. And they have, like, especially around their necks,
Yes.
they airbrush it scene by scene. Like, every single scene has,
That has to take so much time.
and there's
Can
an
you imagine?
airbrushing budget for
Yeah.
movies now.
Ugh, gross. Though.
And that's why I remember when I saw Sex and the City in the theater, and my God, it was awful. So all the girls, of course, had the airbrush budget, you know, for the main girls, the 4
Yes.
girls, whatever.
The core
And then-
4?
Yeah, the core 4. And then Candace Bergen's in that movie. And as soon as she popped up on screen, like, you know, and a screen is huge. You know, it's not
Yes.
like television when you're at home watching HBO Sex and the City.
It's several.
It's on the screen. It's several stories high. the whole theater gasped, and I felt so bad for Candice Bergen. I was like, can you imagine if she was in a theater and actually had that reaction happen when she showed up on screen?
Well,
And then it was hysterical because she was in Bride Wars really quickly afterwards, and I was like, oh girl, she got that fixed real quick. Because she had
the brush,
the neck thing, and she had it either airbrushed in the next movie or she had something done. It was one of the two. I don't know which one. But by the next movie she was in, I was like, smart choice, lady. Well, not really, though.
Because
Actually,
then
not really.
that's upholding an unrealistic standard for everyone who
say,
follows her.
I don't appreciate it because I don't like that. Like, don't fucking do that.
Like,
you're making people think that you look a different way, so we're all going to feel stupid when we have wrinkles on our neck.
Yeah, own it.
And Goldie Hawn did this for Snatched. She had airbrush budget, but she looked science fiction in that movie because I was like, why does she look so much smoother than everybody else in this frame right now?
There's like no shadow whatsoever.
No shadow. It was really weird. But the best part was that on some scenes, if it's not a what do you call that? Like a headshot. If she's not the one, how do you explain that?
She's not the one in focus.
She's not the one in focus, then she didn't have it, and it was like, whoa, well, where's that neck in the other shots? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like very obvious that she was being done. And I was
got that 40-60 budget.
You should have made sure that all those subsequent shots were done too, not just your headshots, not just the straight ons. You got to get that over the shoulder one too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, but that's the thing. Like, why should Goldie Hawn feel bad about the way she looks if she's a woman getting older? What do you think is going to happen?
Because there's only 3 women in Hollywood.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I hate that. I hate it.
Well,
Look at Maggie Smith.
Yeah,
Maggie Smith is wrinkly as fuck, but she's still doing it. And who
And
cares?
good for her, yeah.
Do you think she has an airbrush budget for that Downton Abbey? No.
Well, maybe she does. Maybe she has even more
Can you
wrinkles.
imagine? She just looks like a plastic bag.
What is it that Timothy Oliphant says in this? He offers Goldie Hawn the role of a crypt keeper.
You're not just what is it? What does it say?
I think he calls her a crypt keeper.
No.
Nah, we'll see. Also,
Well, maybe he does.
His first face screen time debut, Timothy Oliphant, in this film. That little scene.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
He was in the Scream movies.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think he's also known for what is it, True Detective?
Yeah, I never saw that. Well, I don't know who it is.
Oh, Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, is that the husband?
Yes.
I like how I just put that together because I remember him from this movie. I was like, wait a minute, he does look like that guy. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I dig it. I like him.
Yeah.
He says you're not going to be another... What does he say?
Another,
he says,
a regular mom or...
He says something so good. Like, his lines are fantastic, whatever he says to her.
Yeah, we'll get to it. But I do want to bring up that the woman who wrote the book, First Wives Club, of which this is based on...
Yeah.
What's her name? Olivia Goldsmith?
Newton-John?
No. Not Olivia Newton-John. Olivia Goldsmith. Which this movie, especially in the first act, which we were kind of discussing earlier, is about, women aging and having to pressures of looking younger because their men are leaving them for younger women and blah, blah, blah. And Goldie Hawn in Hollywood has to be younger. Olivia Goldsmith died on the table getting an elective surgery.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, it's kind of a
horrifying.
bummer.
Especially for a woman who wrote this.
Yeah.
Like, girl, did you not read your own book?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
Well, I mean, it didn't solve everything.
Look how my cat's head is right now. I didn't even notice that till now.
He's completely on top of my phone. He's got all my things. I got my notebook out.
I love Goldie Hawn in this, always trying to light a cigarette.
Yeah, I love it just constantly falling out of her mouth.
But I love the fact that she's always, literally, watch it later. She's always trying to light a cigarette.
Yes.
She barely ever gets one lit.
I love how she leans into the plastic surgery or the collagen and such.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this scene when Bette Midler comments on it, what did she ask her? What did you get done?
What did you get done?
The whole enchilada, I think is the line.
Yeah.
It was originally the whole Ivanka.
Oh, but she's in
Or
this movie.
Ivana. Yeah, and Ivana Trump is in the movie, and so they had to
Dub the
write
line?
over it. Yeah,
Ah, that's great.
super funny stuff.
No, I
Which
love
it would have
this.
been great if they left it and still played into it, but they didn't.
That's
I don't think they
Hollywood
would have.
for you.
I don't
They're
think they
not
would have
gonna
been
do
able to get her. If
I don't think she would have cared. Because it's kind of like Joan Rivers. Like if you like you acknowledge that you've done it and you're okay with it, then who gives a shit? If people make fun of you for it, because she knew that was going to happen. Joan Rivers.
well, some people
She's like,
will
I knew
own
that
it.
she knew that
And
she's
other
going to be the
people
plastic
won't.
surgery lady.
Like Dolly Parton leans into all the tit jokes. You know?
She does. Well, she's actually had reductions before. But did you know? I did not know this. That if you get a breast reduction, your breasts grow back.
I did not know.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I had no
Yeah.
idea, because that is the thing with Dolly, is that people were always like questioning whether or not she did do that, because they're like, well, your boobs are fucking huge, because they grow back. It is a thing.
Huh?
Is that not weird?
That is kind of weird. I have
So you have to do it a lot if
I
you're
have
going to do
I have
it.
a family member who has had. Well, she had one enlarged and one reduced, but in order to do that, to make sure they're both the same, she had to get both reduced and then enlarged.
Huh.
So, like, say one.
See, I would never, I mean, I don't want to, I'm not criticizing anybody that has done any kind of plastic surgery, because you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want.
That's right.
But I would never do it. I would never do it, because there's so many things, like health things that could
Well, right.
happen.
I think
Not
I
just,
think half of it was covered under insurance. I think the reduction was covered.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because I think I may not be remembering correctly, and I'm sure she'll.
Like, even my
She'll
mom,
hear
because
this
she
and
had
notify me.
her breast removed for breast cancer. Mm-hmm. And I kind of, because she, I kind of don't want her to have, I mean, she can do whatever she wants.
That's right.
Because it's her
It's
choice,
not your
her-
body.
It's her right. For sure. But me personally, I don't like the idea of that being in my mom, because your body is constantly trying to get rid of the foreign tissue in your body. So
Well,
it
yeah.
can cause a lot of problems. Not just, I mean, a lot of people don't, it doesn't affect them. But the
Well,
people that
I
it
have
does.
stuff inside my body that's not original parts,
You do? What do you have?
plates and screws.
Oh, well,
But when it was
but
first,
I guess that would probably
when it
do the
first went
same
into my
thing,
body,
yeah.
like my body was definitely attacking
reject it, yeah.
Yeah, it was
and that's
super
why,
painful.
That's why with breast implants, it forms like a weird shell around the breast implant. Like
protect the
a weird,
rest
yeah,
of your
to
body
protect the
around
rest
it.
of your body.
like
yeah.
a calcium baby.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy?
Super cool
It's
though.
so
The body's
crazy.
so cool.
Well, of course, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna get breast implants, please think about it thoroughly.
This past week, I had an issue with my right leg.
He's
Yeah, no,
just
he wants
cat.
it.
It's my cat. I'm sorry.
He's like pressing into me, just slowly
He
scooching
knows that
closer
you're
and closer.
allergic, so he's trying to make sure to murder you.
So my
He has a pen in his hand, for God's sake. He's trying
it's my pet.
My cat is legit trying to murder somebody right now.
But my right leg, I was feeling like a loss of like circulation in it. It was like really weird and like a weird pain.
Oh my God.
And it was almost like my leg was coming out of like being asleep, but like it was like stuck in a limbo
What?
in that point. Yeah. But I was also on my feet all day, and so when that happens, my ankle also will swell, and it like gets like tight and like hurts. And like one of the theories I had, I went to like an urgent care and I got it resolved. It turns out I have like a knot or something like that's pressed against a nerve.
Oh, wow.
And so I was getting like weird like nerve stuff.
That's interesting.
Right? And so my lower back. We were talking about lower back stuff earlier. Yeah.
Because I have a lot of weird stuff like that, and now I'm wondering if maybe that's what that is. Because I don't ever,
symbiotic
I
nerve.
never do anything about knots or any like massages or nothing like that. I don't like people
The
touching
first
me.
time I had massages was for physical therapy for my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so but like one of my thoughts was, will my body reject like those plates if
yeah.
like after all this time? And maybe because it was like a lot of it was like centered around there, a lot of my pain, but I think it was just a combination of the two, of like the weirdness in addition to my already like pain, because I had worked like 12 hours the day before and then like didn't get much sleep and opened the next day, and so like my body didn't have a lot of time to heal anyway.
Yeah.
But that's why I went and sought medical advice.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't want it to be a weird nerve thing. I don't want it to be like a blood clot thing. And I also don't want it to be my plates because I know that that some people get them removed.
Yeah.
And I chose not to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can get them removed after like a year or so. I guess the bone dies underneath whenever they do put your plates in.
Okay.
Because it's whatever. It's not part of your body, and then it has to like grow back. And then after everything's grown back, you can have them removed. But it takes like a year.
It's like Skele-Gro, but not as fast.
Maybe. Whatever that means.
It's from Harry Potter. You wouldn't know because you haven't seen them. Or read them, I guess.
I've read the first book.
Yeah, that doesn't
several
help.
times, and I've seen
I
the
think
first
it was
movie
in
also
the
several
second
times.
story.
It was all school related. They made me do it in the schools in my middle
What?
school. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. How old are you? These all started happening when I was out of school.
We are 10 years apart.
That's right. Shitballs. Okay, well. They were not part of my curriculum.
I think
1984 and Lord of the Flies and stuff like that.
I liked Lord of the
I
Flies.
love Lord of the Flies. That was one of the books, very rare, in school that I had to read that I loved so much. I love that book. That's an amazing book.
It's really good. Maybe that's why I liked Lost.
Could be. I mean, I did enjoy that for a little bit, the Lost.
Yeah, I did kind of fall
But
off.
I got
yeah.
annoyed. I was like, just get
Was it the
out.
flash forwards?
No, it was
And the heavy breathing from Jack?
It was the
Mouth breather Jack?
too much. Like, dude, especially when I remember when it came out, they were like, we're gonna do what, 4 seasons or something.
Yeah.
And then
They got
they
big
were like,
britches?
well, we got lots of money coming in, so let's do more seasons. And I'm like, yeah, you already said that you're gonna do 4, and now I'm over it.
I liked the first 3 seasons, for sure.
I did enjoy it until a certain point.
a lot
and then
of
I just
weird,
got bored.
nerdy
I just get
references.
bored. I get bored very easily.
You sure do,
So.
John.
You have to keep my attention pretty hardcore.
All I have to
Like
do is
30
dangle
Rock.
a penis in front of your face.
Well, yeah, I
and-
mean, yeah, put a penis in there and I'll watch it immediately. Look at you trying to bring up the penises. I was going to try not to talk about penises.
Oh,
at all
I was
today.
I was just thinking of something that would maintain your interest. I love that magnet is a sandwich. I didn't notice that before.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
That mural. Have we brought this up before? I feel like this was in another movie that
What?
we watched. This mural. This
looks like
mural
Whoopi
is
Goldberg.
a famous mural.
Go ahead.
And it's in a particular bar, and I got the artist wrong.
What is the mural?
I don't remember. And I couldn't tell you.
Well, they also can't see it.
They can't see it. It's like minstrels, maybe? Like
A minstrel?
Not menstrual, minstrel. But like old, medieval, like a court jester kind
Yes.
of minstrel. Like, is that a minstrel? Maybe that's not a minstrel. A court jester, I guess.
Sure, whatever. I don't know.
Whatever. who
I know.
cares?
I know of an artist that
I
paints
think
using
it's
her
called
menstrual
Old
blood.
King Cole. I think that's the mural.
That is.
I think it's Old King Cole.
what the mural just said below it.
Oh, did it really?
I was hoping you'd pick it up.
No.
It literally just said it right
Oh,
there.
that's hysterical.
Yeah, it's Old King Cole.
Okay, well, that's the mural. It's a
Yeah.
famous mural in New York in a specific bar. Mm-hmm. And I had always thought that it was painted by N.C. Wyeth.
Uh-huh.
But it turns out it is not an N.C. Wyeth painting, and I cannot remember who the actual artist is. So
Oh,
sorry,
perfect.
guys.
Shout out to you, unknown artist.
Unknown artist of some sort who's probably no longer with us because he lived around the same time as N.C. Wyeth, and N.C. Wyeth died many, many, many moons ago. I think Jamie Wyeth is still alive, which is his grandson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cool.
Andrew is the son of NC and the father of Jamie, and NC has passed away.
Right
He
on.
passed away in the 90s, I think. Because I was still alive when he was when we visited his the museum in Brandywine, which is. I always get it confused because my grandparents live so close to Pennsylvania.
uh-huh.
I don't know if it's in Delaware or Pennsylvania. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I don't remember where Brandywine is. I think it might be Pennsylvania. But that's where the museum is for Andrew. Oh, and Andrew, NC, and Jamie are all in that museum.
Yes, but none of these are the artists that.
No, none of this
Old
has
King
nothing
Cole.
to do with Old King Cole. No, sorry, everyone. Ashley cannot Google anything because my cat's on her phone,
Yeah, this is true.
so you won't know.
We won't
Sorry,
know.
guys.
Oh no.
Whoa! Oh, that was funny. He
Oh.
woke up briefly to try to attack her string from her
My-
diary.
my
Her
bookmark,
diary.
yeah.
So, Sean Connery's Monique's mom.
So where are we at in the film,
Oh
John?
God, who knows? So much has happened, and we've not
Has-
talked.
has-
We
has
haven't
a
talked
lot-
about this movie at all.
Has a lot happened. So, the women get together for the funeral,
Yes,
and they see each other again.
they see each other
And
again. They
it's
reunite
not
for
like-
the lunch, which
Yeah.
we just talked about a little bit.
and then they go off in their separate ways again until they get a letter.
Until they get the letter.
Yeah,
And right
and-
now we're seeing what's happening separately. Like they haven't gotten their letters yet.
Yeah.
So
And
we're
so-
seeing that Diane Keaton's making bad choices, sleeping with
Well,
her ex-husband
what's going on
again, or
with-
her separated husband.
Yeah, Diane Keaton and her husband are separated. Her husband is.
And they made
Collins.
fun of her for that too at the lunch because they're like, "Oh yeah, that's just you're real close to divorce lady," and she's like,
Yeah.
"No, we're not. You're crazy."
Yeah, Stephen
She was
Collins.
very delusional.
Yeah. So he's gross.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, he's the Seventh Heaven dude.
Oh my God, that is him.
Smiling back at
That's
me.
enough. So,
But also,
he's also
didn't
a
it
piece
come
of shit
out?
in this movie. So
Well,
there you go.
also IRL. I think it came to light that he may or may not have been sexually perverse with youths.
Male or female?
Does that matter?
No, but I just wondered.
I can't remember.
I was wondering about that
just
because
know
every
there's
time
a
anybody
black mark
talks
on
about
his record.
seriously, this is the thing. Every time somebody talks about like a sexual predator like that, like a male wanting the children,
Yeah.
for some reason I always think they go for boys. I don't know why,
I think that because
I mean, that is a
they,
common
they
thing.
do. Yeah.
but it's weird to me that like when they go for girls. I mean, it does happen, obviously.
Yes.
It absolutely does, and I hate that it does because all those men should die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You're not worth.
Drink.
You're not worthy. Yeah, there you go. Drink.
Oh, there was no cling.
He is an asshole.
And
in
him
this.
telling her that she manipulates him.
him.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
moment he said that, I was like, he's sleeping with the therapist.
and his hair is so hideous. Can we talk about that?
Let's talk
I don't
about his hideous
really
hair.
want. I mean, the only reason I'm talking about it is because I don't like the guy. And he's having a thing with the therapist that she was seeing.
Just like in Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, Kimmy Schmidt, yeah.
Yeah. Talk
So-
to the shame dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. God, it's fucked up. And she's like, she's trying to therapize her right now.
Yes.
Like, don't you dare. Fuck you. Oh, I love that she gets nuts here. I love it so much. Because that's the thing. She never does that.
She gets nuts
She
throughout
doesn't
this
get emotional.
movie.
Well, that's the thing. She is now. But
Yes.
she's known for not doing that. And her character's known for not, like, putting, or what do you call that? Not being...
She's invasive to conflict.
Yes. And she's not good at standing up for herself.
Right. Or making declarative sentences.
Oh.
She,
The dialogue in this movie is so good.
I like it.
The dialogue is so good.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote this dialogue,
I
good
don't-
for you.
I didn't love the amount of
I say
screaming.
that all the time.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you do.
Not quite that much, but
Every day, though.
I'm sorry. Like, it's amazing to, like, when we sit down and watch a lot of these movies, like, to realize how much of them I actually quote in real life all the time.
It's the same for me.
It's so weird. Because I don't even notice that I'm doing it until we actually watch one of them. Like, oh, I say this all the time. Like that. I say that all the time. So here they're going to get their letters. Gold is the first one to get hers. Oh.
No.
Oh, I hate it
Are you
so
gonna cry?
much.
Don't cry.
Oh, look at Bet getting hers.
Also,
It's
everyone
so
throughout
sad.
the movie compliments Goldie Hawn on her appearance, and all the women are 50. They like had their
Yeah.
50th birthday,
Oh, maybe it was
like
Bet that dropped her
during.
mail. Bet was the one that got
Yeah, they're all like I don't know, like a month or two apart
Yeah.
in age, and they like shared like a 50th birthday or whatever
Mhm.
while they were here. But I think Bette Midler looks amazing.
She does.
Always.
She does.
But
Look at that book. Wait.
Michelangelo?
The Michelangelo book. That's a Taschen book. And it's old. Like I was just looking at the books on my shelf a minute ago. And that's the exact same one. I mean, I don't have the Michelangelo one. I have Frida Kahlo and I have Keith Haring.
Okay.
But I noticed I bought them because they're part of the same collection.
Yes.
But notice how in my shelf, the Keith Haring is way taller. They decided to go for a smaller
would
format.
drive me nuts.
And it is driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck would you do that, Taschen? I love you. I love Taschen. I want Taschen to publish my book.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it may be.
Just a book on butts.
Just a book on... Oh, God, I would love that. They have a big dick book. Yeah, they do. And it's big dicks. So for them
no
to
small
even
penises?
consider...
Or is it the size
consider
of penises?
turning me down. What?
Are they all large penises?
They're all
or
large
is it the
penises.
size of the book? Like
Both.
it's a big
big.
book of dicks.
It's both.
Okay.
They're like that. It's Taschen. They're clever and cute. They're kind of like the Criterion of books
Oh.
as
Okay.
a comparison. They really are.
Yeah.
That's them. Like they go out of their way to publish gorgeous books for people. They really do. They're
I'm
beautiful
not-
books.
I believe you.
I mean, look around. I own tons of their books.
I can't see beyond all
Well-
Madonna and Prince and Scooby Doo.
Shut up. Behind all that, there's a ton of Taschen books.
So, Tad, you're talking about how big these books are. They are teeny compared to the rest of the
Actually,
memorabilia.
well, Van Gogh.
No, yeah, the Van Gogh definitely
That's
stands out
Taschen.
next to the Michelangelo.
Which is not Taschen, but the H.R.
It's not.
Giger,
It's not Taschen.
that's Taschen.
Why aren't your Taschens all together?
Oh, because, I don't know, they're all different sizes everywhere. I don't know. Look,
yeah.
there's a Taschen, there's a Taschen, there's a Taschen. Those are all three. All three of those, right there. Taschen.
Okay, I'm starting to see the Criterion resemblance.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
And then I have, of course, the huge, gigantic ones.
By the
in
way, the
other
Taschen books you just pointed out were under Prince.
one. They literally are!
Memorabilia.
They are. There's Prince memorabilia literally all over those books.
Yeah. They are hidden beneath and behind.
That is hysterical. I
Prince
didn't even think about
memorabilia,
that. Look at me.
Just for the record. Yeah.
So now they're getting together and they're angry because their friend killed herself because of... I mean...
Well, they also knew because they were talking about it at the funeral. It was,
Yeah.
and they talked about it on the news how she passed the day after the wedding. Was it the wedding or the engagement?
One of the two.
Of her,
Either way,
of her
doesn't-
ex
it's just
and
shit.
a younger woman.
So now they're getting together, and Diane Keaton can finally admit that her marriage is
in shambles.
not good.
Like she had been asked for a divorce,
So
and there's
now
really actually no
they're
hope.
empowering themselves over champagne, and they're going to create the First Wives Club.
Yep, where they all toss their wedding
old
bands.
wedding bands into a glass of champagne.
Those all look like, because they're all the same, they look like the men's wedding bands, but they are not.
Well, it's probably a man that directed this movie.
Yeah, Hugh Wilson.
I know.
And
Goldie Hawn drinking her champagne. That was
she
cute.
takes all of it.
Yeah.
And then they go to
The gay bar.
The gay bar.
Oh my god, I love this so much.
Dude, there's so many familiar faces. We like missed a whole bunch. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch.
But like we've got the dad from Clueless. What's his name?
Dan
Hedaya.
Yeah, he's also I was gonna say Clueless. He was also in Alien Resurrection. Just
And
for
then
a little note.
Victor Garber, who was the lawyer professor in Legally Blonde.
Is he Goldie Hawn's
Yes.
dude? Okay, yeah. Mhm, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and we're about to see her.
And Butch, Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
I don't know
she's
her
in this.
actual name, but
Sorry, ma'am.
she is all over the Twitters. Or
She
not the
looks
Twitters,
exactly
the Instas.
the same.
She really does. Absolutely.
No, a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But
I mean, just
and then this woman, who is this woman? In the green.
Oh,
She looks familiar.
the only thing I know about the other woman, the Diane
daughter,
Keaton's
Diane
daughter,
Keaton's
is
daughter.
that she had also played her daughter like 10 years prior
Really?
to this
In what?
movie. Mrs. Saffron? Is that what it was?
No fucking idea. I was hoping you were going to say Baby Boomer.
No.
Because that's one that I've seen.
I haven't seen a lot of Diane Keaton movies.
I've seen a few.
I've seen
Oh, I love this. So she...
book club.
Oh,
I
the
think.
new one, the book club movie?
I've seen
I want
that.
to see that. Was it good?
Yeah, it was alright. They read 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah, and then they wanted to read more
Oh,
like
no.
sexy stuff because they're old
read something
ladies
else.
and they're not dead yet.
Well,
they
of course,
read
but I'm
other
saying
stuff.
don't read that fucking book.
I think the book is like a starter book
For old ladies?
for old ladies feeling comfortable reading erotica.
Oh, my God.
What Diane Keaton filmography?
Look at... Goldie Hawn's having a good time on the dance floor.
Yes. Go
Oh,
on.
but I love it when Bette Midler's showing like this woman at the bar. She sits next to her and she's like, she's crying, and Bette Midler's like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "Oh, my lover left me after so many years for a younger." She's like, "Me too." And she shows her a picture of Morty, and she's like, "Oh, she's Butch."
And she was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. So basically, they went to the gay bar to what do you call it? Recruit.
Mrs. Soffel.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Never heard of it. They recruited Diane Keaton's daughter to work for her dad again because she needs her as a mole in the company. And now Goldie Hawn is going in guns a-blazing to liquidate all of the assets that they acquired in their marriage. Her and her ex-husband now.
There are so
As part
many
of the divorce.
posters of what's her name, Jessie from
What
Saved by
is
the
her
Bell.
name? She has a name. I
Yeah,
don't
she
remember
does.
it.
She was in Showgirls, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Never saw that. Don't want to.
is
Please
it
don't pick
because
it. I just don't want to. I just don't care.
all right. Well,
right.
it's fine because we're gonna be watching Gone in 60 Seconds
Oh my god.
next week.
Are we really?
No.
Oh.
Maybe. I didn't consider it. I was
We haven't
considering
decided
Lost
yet.
Boys
We
since
haven't
I
decided.
just watched it
Oh. Well, I've seen that.
once.
Once. Just the one time. So yeah, so she's going into his office and grabbing all the stuff that they acquired during their marriage, which is basically like everything.
Elizabeth Berkley.
There you go. That sounds right.
Yeah. Keep it going. Yeah, so she's taking everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Now, Bette Midler is going to her son's bar mitzvah, and she's going to get a big break from the Sicilian uncle of hers.
Yeah, what's his name? It's like it's a
It's
Godfather
something
reference,
cute.
isn't it?
I think so. Uncle Carmine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bless those subtitles.
Bless the subtitles. As they're in a synagogue. You know, so.
Yeah.
Is that a synagogue? Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told her son not to embarrass her at the synagogue.
At the synagogue, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think the only reason I might know that is because of this movie. I've always had a thing for Jewish people. I don't know why. I love it. The culture and everything. I just love it.
Well,
so
they're
much.
the chosen people, so
Oh, there you go.
why wouldn't you?
And I was pissed because I thought about converting. Not that I'm religious at all, but I just wanted to be considered Jewish when I was a kid. And I considered converting, but then I found out that you had to learn Hebrew. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you
what?
got to do the whole thing.
I don't want to learn
You got to commit
Hebrew.
to it. I think there's also.
I mean, I
a
do, but I
thing-
don't. You know, I'm not good at that. I tried to learn other languages. I'm not very good at it. But-
I recently learned, and this may or may not be true, but somebody had told me that their mother wanted to be Jewish, and she went and asked the rabbi, and was rejected, and was like, oh, all right. But apparently, you're supposed to be rejected like 3 times
Okay. First of all,
to prove that you actually want it.
yes. But the thing is, did she not watch Sex and the City? Had
I
that
don't
come out
think
yet?
no.
Because
No, I think this was like 20 years
because that
ago.
is exactly what happens in Sex and the City. They tell you that in Sex and the City.
Oh, well.
Because
They're
Charlotte wants
putting
to
out the
convert
secrets.
so that she can marry Harry Goldblatt. And he's like, yeah, you get rejected 3 times before. She's like, fine. So she went back. Yeah.
Did she convert?
Of course she did, yeah.
Awesome.
She became Jewish and then, yeah. God, it's so good. I love it so much. I love it. Anyway, so yeah, she did that or whatever. She had to learn Hebrew, which,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't mind it, but at the same time, I'm not good at it. So I was like, oh God, do I really have to do that? And then my friends, I had a lot of Jewish friends, and they would celebrate Christmas. Like, well, yeah, celebrate Christmas. Like, can't you just give me your Judaism so I could
That's
be
not how
Jewish?
that works.
I know, but I don't want to have to learn Hebrew.
But I will invite you next time I go to the Jewish food festival.
Yes.
Yeah, they have it in Clear. Oh, well, they had one in Clearwater,
Oh, I would love
and
that.
I absolutely went with our historian. Actually, I totally.
Oh, really? Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. We got,
No, I do. I love it. I love it so much. I wish.
some-
I mean,
Really?
Look at my obsession with Barbara Streisand, for God's sakes. I mean, come on. I love it. I love it all. This cat is ridiculous. Kusawalini, could you please move? Move. Get over here.
He's laying now on my open book.
Oh my God.
It's okay. He'll move, or he won't, and
He
I'll just
won't.
still.
And Ashley will die of cat poisoning.
That's not what it's called, but yes.
So basically, what's her name? Kimmy Schmidt? No, that's not right.
Who are you talking about? Describe her.
Elizabeth Hurley?
Berkeley?
Berkeley?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Whatever.
Who is that?
She was in a movie.
Be more specific. Elizabeth.
I don't know. Austin Powers, maybe?
Yes.
Thank you.
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say that, but I couldn't remember the guy's name. Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
We've had that
Encino
problem
Man?
before.
Yes, we have.
We've had that
With
problem
both of
before.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I believe in this particular situation, those were Goldie Hawn's actual awards.
like Oscars and Golden Globes
Yes.
that she brought.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
To set.
To film, yeah.
You know, when there's like when they're looking at the awards here, what is the line? There was a line that what does it say?
Look at this building she just happens to own. It is fucking amazing. Like, are you fucking joking me right now? You just happen to own this gorgeous building in the middle of New York City. Why don't you go fuck yourself, rich bitch? No, I'm just kidding. Sort of. Give me a building if you don't want it.
Well, they're gonna use it now. What do you know? You're chewing on my toes.
Oh my God.
So there's a line in the film that one of them says when they're like, oh, what does it say? When they're talking about the Golden Globe, and it says, and they're like, oh, it says I beat Meryl.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
beat Meryl, yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence said that when she won a Golden Globe, and people were like, that was really rude because I imagine she may have been up against Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's not cool. We love her. But she was just trying to quote
First
Wives Club. Yeah.
Poor Jennifer Lawrence.
Sometimes she's like, oh, they'll get it.
No, they didn't get it. People. Well, that's the other thing. Like, Meryl probably didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, Meryl probably thought it was hysterical. So why don't you guys calm down and let Meryl have her own feelings?
There we go.
She has all of them.
We see them on
She's
screen.
an actress. She has all of them, which is a quote from this movie.
This movie, Goldie Hawn.
I'm an actress. I have all of them. You vindictive sack of silicone.
That's a really funny line, actually.
That's a good one.
I liked the line that Bette Midler says.
You and Bud, I'm telling you, you've
It's
got
a problem.
it is a problem.
It's a real problem. I love them both.
I do. I love the both of them, yeah.
And one holds their hands up more than the other. As though she's presenting something.
Bet.
Yes.
No, yeah, she does do that, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. One does the up move and the other does the down move.
Yeah, Barbara does do that a lot.
Barbara
Yeah, she
like
does.
swaps her hands down and Midler
Look at
does
you
her hands up.
noticing gestures.
I know the difference between the two. I'm just bad with the Formalities.
Apparently. The formalities. Knowing who they are. Okay, so now they're going to try to get Bette Midler's ex-husband. They're trying to infiltrate
Victor
his
Garber.
world.
No. Dan Hedaya.
Yeah. They're trying to infiltrate his world via Sarah Jessica Parker, which is his new girlfriend. And they're going that house right there.
also-
That's Beekman Hill or whatever that I was talking about. What was that? Didn't we just mention that somewhere?
No.
Oh gosh, maybe it was somebody else. Who knows?
It was a Barbra Streisand movie. In the streets. They were in the streets.
The streets.
With the other guy, he liked classical music. Snowball.
Mirror has two faces.
Yes. Did we mention in that movie?
No,
Ah,
it was
never mind.
recently, so it might have been somebody else.
Yep.
Anyway,
I'm not your only
Beekman
friend.
Hill. No. Well, I have like one other one. Which, by the way,
Shout out to
mention.
Erica.
I should mention. Yeah, shout out to Erica because Erica actually mentioned. Like, have you
Requested
guys
this
done this
movie?
movie?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And in fact, when we were there, or when I was there, I'm sorry, I went to go
I was
visit
not with
her.
you.
Went to go visit her in Seattle, and while I was there, we watched Hello Dolly randomly while drunk. Well, they were high, which I think I'm allowed to say that because it's legal there. And I was drunk, and she kept saying, she's like, you should have recorded this. Could have been an episode. And I was like, it honestly would have been really funny. Because, like, and I kept doing it like we were recording an episode.
But you didn't record it?
But I didn't record it. But I had all these fun facts for them about Hello Dolly. And they were like, this is weird. And, of course, it was funny because, like I said, we were all intoxicated in some capacity. And that movie is so long, especially if you're high or drunk.
Yes.
Like, it's just
Intoxicated.
it's an astronomical. And I thought about it. I was like, I don't think we could ever do this movie for the podcast 'cause it's so fucking long, and it would be very
And
hard
you
for us
used
to
all
talk
of your
about
facts.
it. Well, I mean, I could regurgitate them again, but anyway. So yeah, shout out to Erica. That was a long-winded way to say that.
I mean, I said it in the beginning, but you just like went on with your stuff.
Oh, did I? Did you really? Did you really? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Wow,
It's
I'm an
fine.
asshole.
Yeah, you're always talking over
I've
me.
been there. What? I've been there.
I know, but it was, you said it right when I said you're always talking over me.
I'm sorry.
It was so perfect.
That fountain reminds
And
me.
also, just so you guys know, he pointed at a street corner.
Well,
Was it
first of
Central
all-
Park?
It was Central Park was on the opposite side, and it was Fifth Avenue.
I've also been there.
Like, I have been
Do you
literally
think
where that was
you're
filmed.
special?
No, I was just pointing out fun facts. The fountain reminds me of
This fountain
that fountain
with the
in
cherubs.
right behind the door.
Uh-huh.
It reminds
That's
me
how you know
of
you're rich when you have a fountain.
No, what is it? Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks,
Okay.
Splash.
Yeah.
Doesn't she get him a fountain? And puts
Madison?
it behind the door.
Oh, maybe.
It reminds me of it.
Do you know that the name Madison was like in the bottom like 60, 70 or something as far as names go until that movie came out, and then for the next few years it was like in the top 30.
What, from Splash?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that was her name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have a sister named Madison. Well, she points at Madison Avenue and like she sees the sign and she chooses that as her name.
Oh.
Is it Madison Avenue? Madison Square?
I
Who
don't-
knows?
I have no clue.
She saw the word Madison on a street sign.
I remember very little of that movie.
Oh, I've seen it a bunch.
I mean, I remember certain things,
Yeah.
but we watched it a lot when we were
But
kids.
also, my little sister's
I haven't
name
seen it
is
as an
Madison.
adult,
One of them is.
basically.
Yeah.
Because we watch. That's one of those ones where, like, as a kid, we watched certain movies all the time. So growing up, like when I was able to finally choose not to watch things, I didn't watch certain things.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like,
That's
but then
just
there
how
the ones
we all
that I
grow.
did, the ones
Just
that
like with foods.
yeah, and then there were some that I did watch, like that I wanted to watch. I don't know how. Never mind.
Wonderful.
I'm kind of tipsy.
Well, yeah, we had that coffee thing that was
Oh, I
alcoholic
forgot
before
about it.
we had
Yeah,
our
because
beer.
we didn't. But those didn't feel like alcoholics.
Yeah, that's true, but those are a little
No,
bit
the
less
coffee
than the
ones.
ABV. No, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at the ABV of this and comparing it to the ABV of the previous beer. Mine is a 5, and the thing was a 4.2. So still, like, more than, like, a Bud Light.
Mine I think is higher. That's probably why I'm feeling crazy.
Maybe.
Because mine is a
A Hopsecutioner.
Hopsecutioner 7.5.
Oh,
no,
righteous.
3. 7.3.
Righteous.
Yeah, so I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I also
there's
haven't
that.
eaten a whole lot today. On purpose.
This guy. He looks like somebody from
He was
Rooster Teeth. I can't
Balky
remember his
from
name.
Perfect Strangers.
Chris something. In any case.
Did you never watch Perfect Strangers? Oh, 10-year difference.
Oh, is that just going to come up? Because I highlighted that it was a 10-year difference. I don't think you knew my age before that moment.
Probably not. Look at that fake
Is that
nagel.
I was just going to say that.
It's not a nagel, but
I was going to ask
It's
if
an
it
imitation.
was, yes.
yeah.
See, that's somebody I know, but only because of this home.
Oh, because we are surrounded by nagels.
Yeah, but you guys also call it, you call them nagels.
What is wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. I just keep hearing it, and I've retained that information. That that is a nagel, and those over there are nagels.
There's nagels.
And you know what?
Jason, my
And I was
boyfriend,
like-
collects nagels, and we have so many.
And those of you who don't know, like I didn't, Nagel is an artist.
Yes, he's an artist that was very famous in like the early 80s.
And you know what? I'm also in love with him.
Oh, Duran Duran's Rio album.
Oh, yes.
That album cover is Patrick Nagel. So if you that's an easy one to Google. I mean, you could Google Patrick Nagel.
Yes.
Come up with something, but you probably have seen the Rio album cover by Duran Duran. That is Nagel. He did a lot of album covers.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but that one was, I think, one of the only ones that I don't think that piece of art was meant to be an album cover. Mm-hmm. I think they just chose it for the album cover. He did do some for specific artists, and I have purchased some of those for Jason.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I randomly come across some of them, and I was like, oh, look at that. So I grab it.
Yeah, well, now that I know who Nagel is and that this is Nagel, I'm like in love with Nagel. I don't have any.
He
pieces.
actually is. It is fascinating because he's a very specific style. Mm-hmm. And I think, because I remember back in the 80s
like
when
those ladies love it.
Yeah, well, he had like,
Whoops, sorry.
what was it? There was like weird stores in the mall in the 80s that would sell like framed artwork or whatever. Mm-hmm. And his was predominant because of being so famous back then.
Yeah.
And my mom hated it. And she did not like it. Like, she would always mention it when we walked past it. And then she had to go into one of those stores once because she wanted to get a Dirty Dancing poster for her friend. And so she had to go in there. And I remember that. But in retrospect, like, I didn't think much of it. And then when Jason loved it or whatever. And I noticed that it's fascinating because he paints on canvas. These are canvas paintings. But you wouldn't think that. You would think that they were like a block print or not a block print. What would you call that? Silk screen
I would
kind of art?
Well, I would say like a screen print.
Screen print, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Like,
just,
but like
it
the
does not
layered
look,
yeah.
like layered. Because most of them actually are technically like the ones that Jason has. A lot of them are screen print.
Yeah.
But that's not how they originated. There are paintings on canvas. And if you ever see one, like, you can actually see the texture of the canvas. It's fascinating. It's like, it's just so weird because it doesn't look like it would be.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, it looks very digital.
Yeah, it's very smooth. The lines are very precise. It's all very... So, because of that, I was like, oh, I actually kind of like this. It's kind of cool. I dig it. It's fine. So him having so many of them, it's like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it reminds me of my Aunt Nancy's hair salon.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
Hair salons will typically have a Nagel sign.
I don't think she did have a Nagel, but the salon itself was it had the essence of Nagel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what
I wonder how she would feel
what you're
about me
saying.
saying that, because she also was the type of woman who would refuse certain hairstyles. Like, she would never, ever, ever cut a mullet. She would ask the person to leave.
Oh, well, I agree with her. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. My mom made me have one for years.
Amazing.
In middle school because of Billy fucking Ray Cyrus. That man, I swear to God.
It's
I have
really impacted your
He's
life.
impacted my life in so many ways, including Miley. God damn it. With her Beautician and the Beast rental at that friggin' video store. Flashbacks. So, yeah, she made me have a mullet for years because of my
This
mom's
scene
achy
reminds me of
breaky
Witches of
heart.
Eastwick, where they're sitting around in a circle getting drunk with a bunch of candles and like
Yeah. Well, they're in the
talking smack
warehouse
about their exes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And they're eating what is it? Pistachios.
Ooh, pistachios are good.
Yeah, pistachio shells are all over the ground.
Where are we in the film? Catch us up.
So, not far from where I told you.
Okay.
They got the it was a long
Because
sequence
they went into the
ex-husband's house,
Which
Sarah
ex-husband?
Jessica Parker,
to do what?
to find the files that would prove that he had stolen merchandise sold in the first of his
Oh,
stores.
Uncle Carmine.
Uncle Carmine told her.
Yeah, and also
So they were trying to get that. Now they're having a fun little drunken moment in celebration of that. And they're going to do one of the famous moments in the movie where they sing "You Don't Own Me," which is a very, it's like the, what do you call that?
the what?
It's the trademark of this film.
Oh,
is
the song You Don't Own
The
Me?
song "You Don't Own Me." Yeah.
The song they did in high school?
Yes. And then and they tricked Diane Keaton into basically singing it.
Oh, how embarrassing.
And then they stopped
She's
singing.
the one
so
that
she
doesn't
wouldn't.
sing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because she's the one that doesn't sing, yeah.
All right. Do you want
Oh, what? Oh,
the Hoppin' Bubbly, the Brute, or the American Wheat with lemon peel?
I'm going to go with the Brute. I'm sorry if that's the one you wanted.
Well, I wanted both, so.
Oh. Oh.
So mine is the Wedge Cut by Cigar City, obviously Tampa Brew.
Mine is another Terrapin beer and beer co. from Athens, Georgia. It's a Brute IPA. It's called Hoppin' Bubbly.
Mm-hmm. See, this one doesn't have a turtle as a giant logo, but I bet there's a turtle on it somewhere.
Probably hidden,
Maybe.
like a hidden turtle. But it's got like a, what is that, a witch?
Kinda.
Well,
Maybe.
her hat's not quite on. It's like floating above her head. Cause see,
Maybe-
she's tilted and her hair is like Wendy
no,
from the Revolution.
I see it.
There's a turtle.
There's a turtle.
So anyway, so now what happened? What happened was, Elise is, it's Elise, right? Goldie Hawn.
Elise.
Elise is selling all of her expensive shit at an auction.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they're trying to get Sarah Jessica Parker to purchase all of it as to sell the shit so they get a lot of money. But
Yeah.
they're trying to have her bid on things that they know wouldn't sell well.
Right.
Because they want a lot of money for their
Yeah, and
plan.
so Goldie Hawn is doing fake bets. Oh, maybe we should do Heartbreakers.
Oh, I love Heartbreakers so much.
Goldie Hawn's doing fake bets.
Mm-hmm.
And
To try to get Sarah Jessica Parker interested because she's like, oh, that's Elise Elliott.
Yeah, Maggie Smith is like, well, she has impeccable taste.
Oh, yeah, and Maggie
Yeah.
Smith is there specifically to try to get Sarah Jessica Parker to do all this bullshit that they want.
How did they know Maggie
Because she's
Smith?
an influencer. Maggie Smith is an old school influencer, and she's been married and divorced many times over. So she's got lots of money. But she's old school money, or whatever.
She got
But she's friends with Elise Elliott, I think. I
Okay.
think she was friends with Elise. Because they kissed at the funeral, remember? She's like, oh, your lips. Oh my god!
Was she in
Oh my
college
god!
with them?
So it's one of my favorite moments in the entire movie is in this auction scene. So first of all, she's like I said, she's trying to get her to buy all these things for a high price,
Right.
and it's getting tricky because they really want the prices to go higher, but then they're like, oh shit! Well, if we bid on these things, like we can't. So she's basically
Yeah,
like,
then you have to buy them.
so
if they can't.
Maggie Smith is trying, and now Bette Midler jumped in trying to raise the price. This is my favorite part. Okay, so she's like, "Who is she? She looks familiar because it's you know. There it is! It's probably Euro trash. Maggie Smith saying that is one of my favorite things in the world. Probably Euro trash. Oh God, this cat, he's all over you.
Yeah.
He's getting closer as we
Where's my...
speak.
He inches forward with like,
Do you
it's
think-
slowly but
Should I
surely.
get Jason to get him out
I
of here?
think it's fine, but I'm looking for my pen. and
Well,
I'm
he's
convinced
probably
on
murdering
top of
you
it.
with it.
He's got it
Oh
in
my
his
God.
paw.
Oh my God, does he really?
No, that was that was a joke.
Cat, hold on.
Where on earth? No. Don't
No,
worry, I got
no.
it.
He is going to move.
I'll wash my hands.
Oh, but basically to get her to bid on the item at the really high price, it was a plate, I think, or something. Maggie Smith was like, Jackie O had one just like it. It was so good.
John,
What?
that bien.
No, I'm trying to get the... He needs to move. He's gonna murder you.
He just loves me.
Hold on.
It's fine.
Look, Kitty
Honestly.
Boos. Look, Kitty Boos. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want some foods? Look. Come here. You want him to do anything? Give him some food.
That's really funny.
Look
That's your
at
cat.
him. Look at him trying to eat the food off my shirt.
What, did he take my pen? Where is it?
My cat
He
stole
had it
her
the whole
pen.
time.
Oh my God, where
It was
did it
literally.
go?
It's in my shirt.
Oh my God.
I'm a mess.
That's a me thing right there.
All right. Well.
So now Dan
Oh, by the
is
way,
pissed about her buying all the items.
did you do something to your
No, I didn't do anything.
your disc? So when I was playing this disc,
I was going to ask you about that because I feel like this is not anamorphic, so it would zoom or have the bars
I
all around.
had to zoom in.
You know,
I had to set
do
my
think
thing
that
to zoom
my
in.
player has a setting that'll automatically notice and do it.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's-
serious
Yeah,
because
no.
I think that it's doing it now.
Yeah, mine wasn't
Because we
an
were going to talk about
anamorphic
that. This is not
widescreen,
anamorphic.
yeah. And I was
None of the
mad.
DVDs for First Wives Club is, I don't think.
Yeah,
They did have that newer one come out. I wonder if that was.
maybe. I know, and ours was the same copy because when you pulled yours out,
Yes.
I was like, "Oh,
Because there is
we're
that
gonna be
newer
mad."
one that looks like
Yeah.
Sex in the City with like the pink city in the background.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
"Get out of here."
Get out of here with that stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's anamorphic, might have to buy a DVD.
Yeah.
I just don't want to spend money on this again if it's not going to be on fucking Blu-ray. And where is the fucking Blu-ray for this? Of these three women in high definition? Hello, it needs to happen.
Well, you know,
And they look good.
do you want to know? You want to talk numbers?
Yeah, let's talk about the budget.
All right. What do you think that budget was for these three
Oh.
women? 1996.
God, millions of dollars.
Sure. Yes. 26 million.
26 million?
Yeah,
Now, how much
doesn't
of that
seem
was
like
for
a-
the girls?
I don't know. I can't say.
I feel like that's something you should have found out.
I should have thought about that.
With those three faces in this movie, that's a big budget.
Well,
And that's probably how they got all the people in it.
opening weekend. 18.9 million.
That's pretty good.
And the gross for the US, 105 million. So it went up against, oh man, let me look it up.
Huh. That's pretty good for this. This was a success. I remember this being a hit.
Yeah. Yeah,
When
and
it
all
came
three
out.
women tried
This
to
scene is
sign up
fantastic, by the
for a sequel. They were all on board for a sequel.
Yeah.
And
They still hang out to this day. Bette Midler posted on her Instagram not too long ago. Maybe it was a couple years ago, but you know, time
yeah.
time is weird with me. But they were just recently hanging out a couple years ago.
yeah, that's cute. Yeah, no, they wanted to do a sequel, and then who is it? Paramount? Did Paramount produce this?
Paramount, yeah. It's Paramount because Paramount has a problem with putting their things on Blu-ray.
Ooh.
I have an issue with this. That's why the Death Becomes Her, the Blu-ray, is not Paramount released. It's actually through Shout Factory, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they for some reason are weird about fucking Blu-rays.
Yeah. Well, they said that the success of this movie was a fluke, and that they wouldn't be able to do it again.
That is a man response.
Absolutely.
If I have ever heard one.
Absolutely.
What a fucking piece of
it was a
shit
well.
name.
They had mentioned that it was a chick flick.
Oh,
So
jeez.
yeah, seriously.
It's not a fluke. We still want a sequel to this.
You know, I had a boss He didn't quite say it to me, but he would, like when he would be scheduling movies and such, or when we had like a weekend of like chick flicks, he would call them fucking cunt movies. Yeah. Otherwise, he was a great man. Loved him. He was like,
why would he say
he was
that?
like a regional manager. But like it was just like a state of
And that's
mind. It was when I worked at the movie
inappropriate
theater.
thing to say to employees.
Well, he didn't say it directly to me, but that's a comment he would make to some people.
No,
Yeah.
This is the thing. These
But
people
this was
need to go
also
away.
like, how long ago was this? Whoa, this was like 15 years ago. You know, like
What, this or that?
that comment.
So, I mean,
I know it's not
that's an
excusable,
excuse,
but like people felt more comfortable.
and Gallon checks all of it. She's Guns and Roses. I love the way she says that.
Yeah.
She's basically pointing out that Goldie Hawn drinks a lot of
People she had over.
Yeah, she was like gallon jugs.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I had
Yeah,
guests.
those-
What guests? Guns?
It went up against Last Man Standing came out the same day.
What did?
Last Man Standing, it was a Bruce Willis action movie.
I've
And
never
so-
even heard of that.
Right, because First Wives Club got #1 in the box office, and Last Man Standing got, I can look it up. I have
Not
it right
fuck
here.
all, because who cares?
Opening weekend, they got 7 million. Oof.
Oh.
Their worldwide gross 47 million. Yeah, but they were like,
I laugh in your face.
yeah, but they said it was a fluke. But like,
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
now
Fuck them.
there's
Oh,
a TV
God
show
damn it.
now.
There is, and Jill Scott's in it, and I want to see it so bad.
Is it on Hulu?
It's, I don't know.
is it a
I keep
Hulu
forgetting to
movie?
look.
I think it is. But
She just threw a Golden Globe.
yes, she did.
This is a Golden Globe. It's sacred. It's trademarked. And she throws it back at her.
Gross.
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh, it's on BET.
I know, yeah.
Oh.
I did know that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it may have been a Hulu original. I'm sorry.
I know. You know
Oh.
what's funny? I thought it was an Amazon original.
It might
We
just
both
be,
were wrong.
It might just be available on streaming services.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But I think BET has their own now. So of
Yeah,
course they're not
BET
gonna
Plus.
put it on-
I just
yeah.
read that.
Yeah.
It's a BET Plus.
Everybody's got a
production.
fucking streaming service, and now HBO is about to have another one. They have 2 already.
You know, we were just talking about the guy who did Lost. He's doing The Watchmen, and the first 2 episodes have released.
I watched the first one.
Pretty good. Pretty rough.
I felt it was boring.
Well, you are a butthole.
I know.
Just like a
Apparently, I'm a
this
hairy,
was
hairy
butthole
butthole.
in ASL. Oh, I don't know how
Oh,
to do
hairy
hairy.
butthole sounds
Oh.
good though. Oh, I'm sorry. That's,
Here. I think this is hairy butthole.
that's such a raunchy comment. It does sound nice though.
I may have missed it. I was too busy trying to
I said a hairy butthole sounds nice.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine.
It really does.
I
It
just
sounds
imagine a butthole
quite
kind of
lovely.
like the that one Muppet
You guys, I'm gay.
from the band.
I just want to point that out real quick.
You're what?
I'm gay and I like buttholes. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I mean, I thought liking buttholes was like a universal thing. I didn't know that
I
you
don't
were
know.
gay.
Well, I am. I love her Madame X portrait. Somebody copied the Madame X
Yes.
painting, but like put
Put her
in
face
it.
in it. Yeah.
It's so good. And the Andy Warhol. I wonder if the Andy Warhols are real.
I don't. Are they? No, I don't think.
It could be. Goldie Hawn was a big deal.
You know, I did see something about the Andy Warhol thing, but I don't
And I
know
feel
if
like
I read
most
it
of
if
that
it was a
stuff that was
reproduction or not.
up in her
Yeah.
apartment there, I bet you that is actual art done for her.
Probably.
I think it's funny that there was a Prince Andy Warhol that I had no idea existed until he passed away. And then they put it as the cover of one of the tribute magazines for one of the I don't remember which one. Like, see that photograph? That is definitely a Goldie Hawn photo. Well, not that one. You just missed it.
Perfect.
They cut to another photograph and it was not Goldie Hawn. That was a weird thing to do, editor.
I'm only seeing
I
images
believe
from a
Bette Midler
magazine.
picked this song for the movie, by the way.
I think her Private Benjamin was a Warhol.
Is that a Warhol, really?
I don't think that's Private Benjamin anymore. She's wearing like a Harley Davidson hat. Go ahead. That there?
Who is that?
Andy Warhol's interview in some magazine. But there's
No, I meant who's the woman?
Oh,
Yeah, I
that
remember
woman
those
there?
old- Yeah, is that Sigourney?
Not
Sigourney.
no. Who is that?
Who is that?
Lally
I
Weymouth?
don't know. Well, because Andy Warhol did do. Did he do those covers when he was back in the day?
I guess so. This is Warhol.
I mean, but is it him or like did he? That's what I'm saying. Like it's his magazine, but did he actually do the cover art?
I would think, or who's Grun?
What? Who's Grun? I don't know.
It says cover by Andy.
Oh,
Artist
okay.
Andy Warhol.
Okay, that's fine. I just wondered. I mean, it's definitely Andy Warhol art.
It's a Warhol of Han,
I don't like Andy
but
Warhol.
I
by the
don't
way.
think me neither.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Do
No,
you wanna
I
talk
do
about
like
that?
Interview Magazine, and I was very sad that they had to close,
there's
but-
some pieces of his work that I think are visually appealing, but like overall, like
He was shit.
yeah.
I
and
hate
then
to say that,
then
and
there
I know
was-
there's probably a lot of people out there that are probably unsubscribing right now. But
Well, then
I'm
there's
sorry, but
also-
I don't think it's necessarily art. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it, and I feel very frustrated as an artist. Mm-hmm. As a man who is skillful.
You're always frustrated as an
I'm
artist.
very frustrated.
You're
but this is what I'm saying. He
classically
basically
trained in
took
artist frustrations.
photographs. He didn't. I don't think half the time he actually photographed the photograph. He just took pictures, like collected the picture,
Yeah.
silk screened it onto something, did some stupid coloring with it, like he does. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like the Marilyn Monroe. He didn't
Yeah.
take that photograph. He just silk screened that onto a bunch of fucking colors. And like, oh, you're an artist now. Campbell
All right,
soup cans.
so
just a whole bunch of Campbell soup cans.
he's allowed to do whatever. He's allowed to express himself with whatever his art is.
I know.
Just as you express yourself with your dictures.
What? First of all, that is cute, but I don't always do penises.
I know.
God, why does everybody say that about my art? I feel like I
Because
should
you
never
say
draw
that.
another penis again.
No, you say that.
No. Everybody said my mom.
You don't
even
say
says it.
dictures, but you tell me when you sometimes you'll describe your art in jest, talking about the penises. you
Well, because that's what everybody remembers. I do other things.
draw. I've
Just
seen
people remember the penises. That is
I mean,
true.
I like the
have
penises.
counted before, and the ratio of penises versus other things, penises are low on the totem pole. That's just what people
They are
remember.
pretty. They
because
hang
they're
pretty
good.
low
Oh,
all
shut
the
up. They are good dicks, though.
I like how
I
you have
always
them like
draw
laying
good
on things.
dicks. Oh, I love that.
Like
I
when
do
they're
that
just
with
like
boobs
kind of like
too,
dripping
though.
off. I don't recall any boobs in your art. Well, not any boobs, but
I do. I think that's
are they male
fascinating.
boobs or are
no.
they no?
No,
Are
they're
female
ladies.
boobs?
Yeah. I did those mostly,
we need
mostly
to,
when I was
we
in
need
school.
to turn this off.
Turn off the
find your,
podcast.
Go find your feminine,
My feminine
your
art.
figures. Yeah. I want to see some
No,
boobs
there's
sitting
boobs.
on slabs.
Slabs. There's no slabs, but I would try to like. I liked the idea of things like there was one
Resting on other things.
resting on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's.
I
a
like
thing.
I like that part in your art.
Yeah.
When things are resting on other things. Oftentimes it is most predominant or most pronounced when it's, penises and testicles.
I suppose. Yeah.
Because
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
I
see it
think
with
that's
your
what people-
trees. Like you have like,
Should I start plopping trees on things?
oh, maybe.
Maybe I should.
My
Maybe I
favorite
should do- I
piece
should
of
do
yours
something
isn't
else.
even a penis though. It's the room that you were going to do for
Oh,
a thing.
you're right. Yeah. See, this is another thing I want to say. This is totally not on topic with the podcast or anything, but I want to bring this up real quick.
None of this has been.
Is none of this has been about the movie. I think people are used to that by now, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah, why do people tune in?
They tune in for us, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, weird.
Do they? I don't know. Anyway, who cares?
Like, subscribe, review.
We're
let us
drunk. It's fine.
know. John's
So,
drunk.
I'm drunk. I'm way drunker than I have been for our podcast in a long time.
I made sure to eat before this.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a Jolly Rancher.
Oh.
And I keep
You
burping
should
it
be
up.
good then. What are you complaining
I
about?
know! I'm a twig. I'm so skinny. Please mention that on the podcast where it's not a visual medium. John, you're so skinny I can barely see you. Anyway, so no, I wanted to point out like that if I had the opportunity to be an artist that was successful or to have money in some capacity to do art, the art that I would create would be fantastic, but I can't because I don't have the money.
Oh, okay.
That's just what I was gonna say. Even films, like I want to do stop motion films, but I don't have the time or the money for that. Just not at all. I started purchasing stuff to make it, but I don't. Where am I gonna do that? Where the fuck am I gonna put a set?
Like the armatures?
Yeah, I have armatures. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
I know.
I have, yeah.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
John, I'm here. I'm here
Yeah.
right now.
You're in my.
I
you're
see
in
your
my
things.
world.
I see your
Part
things.
of my
It's not like
world.
when you're at my place and I'm like, oh, I have it. It's at the barn.
It's in the barn. No, my things are all around
Yeah.
us all the time. I don't have a barn. Oh my god.
Huh.
But no, that's true, and I think of that all the time. I'm like, the art that I could accomplish if I had the means.
See, my thing is I like to be restricted because I like to work within restrictions.
No.
If I have an unlimited amount of resources, I can't do it.
No, that's not true for me.
Yeah, so we're opposite.
We're
artists.
opposites a bit.
Where I'm
I mean,
like,
I do
"Here's what you
good.
got."
I do good with constraints, but I have to have a reason to do it. And lately, I mean, I can't tell you the last time I actually did a piece of art. I don't remember.
Well, then, you know.
It was, well, I mean, I did some digital, like with my iPad,
The purple.
the purple people thing or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Whatever that thing
well,
was.
all right. I still want a print
True,
of one of
true,
those.
true.
So
Which I do like those, but at the same time, I think it was, this is the thing with me. It's like an off comment. Like if anybody says an off comment to me about anything that I do, I shut down.
like just now when I talked about your penises, your
No.
pictures.
I mean, people have talked about that forever, but I mean, I haven't really done like a dick pic in the capacity that we're talking about in years. I can't tell you the last time I actually sat down and did something
Outlined
like
a
that.
penis.
Because I don't really. I mean, I've done the funny ones, like the purple people things.
Yeah.
Like there's dicks in there, but that was on purpose. That was supposed to be funny because there was dicks in cartoons. Like it was a specific kind of thing that I was doing.
Okay, finish your thought. We're gonna go back to the movie.
Yeah, I don't remember. Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm
Well,
sure I'll think of it when I'm listening to this later. But who cares?
absolutely, and you'll just fire me a text.
Yeah. Oh, I remember now.
Yeah,
I was talking
We'll be
about
good.
dicks. Dicks, sex, and ass. That's all I ever talk about is dicks.
Yeah.
God dang it.
So
with
where are we
dicks.
with the film?
So with the film, they are finally getting the revenge on people, on their husbands, their ex-husbands. Like Diane Keaton is coming in as a what is it? She's buying out all. Oh, she's buying out the partners that he had in the business, and she's going to take all those stuff.
His
The-
advertising business.
Yeah, he's taking their clients.
Yeah,
and
because she had her daughter was a mole because her daughter does
Yes.
not like their father.
So she found out that basically, like, he was having issues with his partners and that they wanted out. And Diane was like, oh, well, I can sweep in. And they used the money that they got from the auctions to go and buy out those people so that they could have a sec. And then with Morty, which is Bette Midler's ex-husband,
Yeah.
they're going to control all of his advertising through that company. And Bette Midler's going to get a cut of that shit. So basically, they're all getting compensated, and Goldie Hawn was the only one that was having an issue because she didn't know how to get back at him until she found out that Elizabeth Hurley
Ooh.
is still not of age.
You mean Elizabeth Berkley? Elizabeth Hurley.
Hurley,
is of age.
whatever, I don't know. One of the Elizabeths is in this movie,
Elizabeth Berkley. Jessie from Saved by the Bell.
or some girl from
I'm so excited.
Showgirls
I'm
or
so
whatever it is.
excited. I'm so scared. Ooh, Funky Buddha has a beer named after that.
Oh my god, I don't even know what you're talking about.
There's a
Wait a
there's
minute,
an
you're
episode
10
of-
years younger than me, but you remember all of the Saved by the Bells.
All right, so here's a fun fact about me, John. I might seem older and maybe a bit. I might like get closer in your reference gap because when I was 9 years old, I was hospitalized for a year.
Oh,
And
so you
during-
watch a lot of television.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like I
Okay.
watched
There you
Wings,
go.
Just Shoot Me.
Never saw Wings. My parents watched it.
I did.
I didn't watch it.
And I watched a lot of movies too. And so
Okay.
that's also when I started doing art because I needed to make an excuse.
You're like Frida.
Ah!
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good.
I needed
We should
because they
watch
wanted to put
Frida.
an IV in my hand, and I did not want an IV in my hand because I thought it really creeped me out. And they were like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
won't hurt, and I'm like, no, I need it for my art. And they were like, okay, we'll just do the other hand. And I was like, no, I do art like this, and I like had my like arms like crossed or whatever. Because I didn't want it in my hands, and so they ended up putting it in my arms. And then I started getting art supplies.
Okay, that is hysterical.
Yeah, and so I just started drawing. Yep,
Interesting.
there's my origin story.
Ashley's very good, by the way. I don't know if we've mentioned that before.
No, I don't really.
She did our cover art.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
That is very true. Well, we did it. I did it, and
Well,
then you
no,
you did a lot of
it.
cleanup.
No, I just basically made it bigger. Digitally.
Yeah.
I traced yours exactly.
He remastered my art.
I remastered her art.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is not something I would normally do because I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Well, it's
but
ours,
at the same time,
so,
like
yeah.
we needed it bigger.
Yeah, and to be fair, I did like a bunch of tiny squares.
Yeah, you did like yeah.
Yeah.
They were so good though. I loved it. That one especially. I was like, oh yes, that's it.
Well, that was my
That's the
original
one.
vision, but I was
Yeah.
like, I'll do other ones in case he doesn't like it, so I don't get hurt.
No, I loved it. Loved it. I don't like their logo, by the way.
No, it's they're in the 90s, but it's still.
It seems 80s.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Right? Like
Tacky. Just tacky 80s.
Yeah, like the 90s went back to like the boomerang, but like the outline. You know what I mean? Like the kidney bean boomerang.
Almost like
type thing.
87, Who's That Girl?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then it was like light blues and pinks. Like that logo. Oh, what's
The
that
90s
logo?
were weird too. I mean, 80s and 90s, I don't know.
Like the opening to Saved by the Bell. All
there
that
you go.
stuff that like, yeah. But yeah, but so their logo was a little stuck in the past.
So now basically they've gotten revenge on all of their ex-husbands and they're like, okay, well you need to meet at this address at this time and we're going to tell it to you straight.
Yeah. We're gonna have some straight talk.
Straight talk.
Yeah, so
oh,
they're
which
all
is
in
a
this
Dolly
warehouse.
Parton movie and it's very good. Have you ever seen Straight Talk?
I have not. But you know what I should have watched yesterday? Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, I just
sound!
unpacked a bunch of movies, and so I'm like,
I need the Blu-ray. It's on Blu-ray now, and I
is
really
it?
want the Blu-ray. Yeah.
Nice. You know, I don't have the Blu-ray to Little Shop of Horrors, and so that's something I need to.
You what? Wait a minute. You don't?
No.
Do you know what's funny? Is I thought we should do that, and I kept thinking, well, she has the Blu-ray, so it's fine.
I don't
Isn't that
know. It's the
hysterical?
DVD. And it's like the old blue
No,
DVD with
stop
like
it. I don't even
like the
wanna
book
talk about
cover
it.
that like
It's gross.
snaps, like has a little snap over
I don't
thing.
like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm done. No, I want the Blu-ray for that again. I used to have it.
Is it the white cover one?
Yeah, the beautiful book version
Oh no,
with the director's
that's not.
cut.
No, see, that's the one I want. I saw a different one today, and I was like, no, this doesn't have.
There's another Blu-ray
what I
out
need.
there of it?
Yeah,
Maybe it's recent release.
like it's like
Or
a
re-release.
like a whatever. Yeah, maybe.
No, I
Who
want the
knows?
book edition that I used to have. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
kind of like Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that one, exactly like that. There's also the color purple comes like that, and I need to get that one again.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, the book version doesn't. It only matters for certain things. The one for Little Shop was cute, but like color purple, I think it's just a bunch of images from the film in the booklet. It's kind of like, well, I don't really need that. I can just watch the film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if the booklet is interesting, then yeah, I want that. But I don't think the color purple was a very interesting booklet.
I don't know. I've never seen The Color Purple.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I feel like you should.
Yeah, somebody
we don't even have to
actually
do it for
literally
the podcast,
mentioned that
but-
to me today.
Today, really? Wow.
Yeah, well, they had asked me. I think they saw The Color Purple, and they.
Oh, we have to talk about this real quick.
Go ahead.
It's the Eurythmics,
Who are right there?
who are right on my shelf all around us.
Uh huh.
This is Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves, which is by the Eurythmics, which is Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart. And this particular song has Aretha Franklin.
Trying
See,
to light
you're
her
trying to light
cigarette.
that cigarette again. Anyway, so back to your thing. So The Color Purple.
Oh, no, they were like, have you seen The Color Purple? And I went to say no, but then I was talked over. And so I don't think that person
Was I there?
that person never heard me tell them that no, I had not seen The Color Purple. And so they, just like many other people, are just going to live in the ignorance, assuming that I have seen it, because obviously it's like a classic, something that everybody sees, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, I wouldn't, well, yes, but no, I don't know. That's a tricky one.
Like Ghost and Dirty Dancing, and like, you know, there's a lot of movies where people are like, oh, she's seen it.
Dirty Dancing, and you haven't seen those?
No.
Oh, really?
Right.
I
started Dirty Dancing.
I don't really care for it. That's gonna lose subscribers.
I mean,
I really don't care for Dirty Dancing. Is that weird?
I
can't
say.
Well, and back when, because I have a weird thing with that movie. Because when it came out, it was a huge deal when it came out. It was a big deal.
Yes.
And I remember everybody talking about Patrick Swayze's butt was in the movie. And that was a big deal that Patrick Swayze's butt was in this movie.
He didn't have a double?
No, it was his butt. So, and that was the thing. Doubles were a thing back then.
They were, yeah.
Body doubles, yeah.
There was a movie, oh man, what movie was it? There was a movie I saw recently that I learned was the girls, like the girl had a double.
There's a bunch. I mean, I gotta start listing.
I can't remember. Like, I think we may have done it, and I didn't talk about it. And I want to say Clueless. Maybe Alicia Silverstone was in a movie and she had a double. Maybe it was the weird one where she was young and like.
Crush?
Yes.
Crush? Oh, okay.
Was there a butt scene or something?
I never saw it. I don't know.
Oh, I've seen that.
Well, you have seen that.
It's on this. It was in the same compilation that Rachel had given me. She'd given me a bunch of movies to watch. Dirty Dancing is on there,
okay.
but I have not seen it yet. But I did watch Crush. The Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dirty Dancing, it had that, and when it came out, like I said, it was a big deal. I told you, my mom bought the poster for her friend. She bought the poster, and she taped it off of HBO, and had a tape of it to give to her friend, as a gift for her birthday or something like that. It was like a big deal.
So
and
funny.
The fact that we had HBO was a big deal too.
Oh, of course.
Like, so we could tape all the and my parents had so many tapes with movies, and they would have like all the movies that
I would do the
taped
same
off
thing.
HBO.
Actually, when I started going back to school again is when I started taping stuff. So
That's how we-
because they would play in sequence, and like we didn't have like box sets of DVDs, and so I'd be like throwing in tapes and setting it to record Xena the Warrior Princess.
Guys. This is back in the day,
Yeah.
guys. We didn't have all the fancy shit that we have now. Streaming services. We had to like wait for things.
Yeah,
Like to this
or,
day.
or tape it. I
To
would get
this
phone calls from my
day.
mother to tell me to record Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah. To this day, we had there was a movie called Leo the Last with Marcello Mastroianni, and I believe it was one of his last films. And I saw it randomly. You know how you randomly like TMC will have something on there, or not TMC? Is it TMC?
Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah. It was something like that, where it was like in the middle of the night, and I couldn't
Classic.
sleep, and I was like, whatever. And I came across it, and I saw Marcello Mastroianni. I was like, oh, well, I want to watch this. It was the most fascinating film I've seen. And I wanted to see it again, but I can't find it. To this day, I randomly look for it. Can't find it.
I did that with a movie that was on IFC when I was still in high school. I saw a movie on IFC. I found the director on MySpace.
Oh, wow.
And I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I can't find a copy of this anywhere. I have to like wait for it to come out on IFC. Like, do you sell it somewhere? And she was like, I sold it entirely to IFC. So you're like completely...
You have to wait for them.
Yeah. And
that's the thing. Like,
they still haven't produced it. I'm pretty sure it's called Chico.
There's a few things like this where... Like, I would wait for them to play it again on those channels so that I could tape it later. And there's a few. There was one called Europe After the Rain, and it was a documentary about Dadaism.
It's available now. now I need to look it up, now that we have technology.
Yeah, look up Leo the Last, by the way. I haven't looked recently. I thought about it the other day, though.
But that's also what made banned movies so coveted. Like, my dad had a copy of...
That's why, that's what I was going to say. Is all
Shogun
those
Assassin,
films that my parents taped, that was their arsenal. Like, we got to watch all these things because my parents had HBO, they had a VCR, and we got to tape all these things, and it was fascinating. Like, my parents were on top of things. They were right on top of that, Rose.
Yeah.
With that kind of shit. So that's how we had all the Star Wars movies, was from HBO and my parents taping them. Empire Strikes Back, we watched that tape so many times. But it was on a tape with other movies.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So you'd see those same
Did
three
you
movies over
did
and
you
over.
take old tapes and like put paper into the tabs to make sure you could record over them, like you would with cassette tapes?
Oh.
Because you know there was like the little
Sometimes,
tab
but
you can like
I would
knock
mostly
out,
do that
so you
with
didn't
the,
record over it.
My parents
Yeah.
would do that. Yeah. They would rip that tag off. But, I was gonna say there was one where it was like he loved the movie Heading for Broadway, which is hysterical. My dad loves dancing things.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. My mom thinks it's ridiculous. Like she has to watch not Strictly Ballroom. That's a movie. What is that show called? Dancing with the Stars. Because my mom,
Strictly Ballroom.
my dad loves Dancing with the Stars. He loves he loves all those things. So my mom is always having to sit there and watch this. But anyway, so I feel like my dad wanted to be a dancer or something as a kid, but he never did.
Oh, he was like his own little Billy Elliot.
A Billy Elliot.
I knew it.
He was a surfer.
You can't do
and
it.
an artist. He was actually really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I found one of his old sketch pads when I was a kid, and I was like, what? And I feel like that's part of where I got it from. That
Yeah.
My mom was also very talented, but it's one of those things where it's like thinking of their lives in the past and like all the things that they did and didn't do.
Yeah.
Like my dad never pursued that. He went into the military and that's what he did.
Yeah.
And now he's an engineer.
My parents too are both very creative. Well, that's still aligned with like his artistry, just like in a
Sort of.
different
I mean,
way.
he doesn't do that
yeah.
now, but
Yeah, but my parents are also both very creative in their own ways.
My mom. If you met the two of them and knew them when we were growing up, my mom would have been the one that you would have thought creative.
Right.
And that's where I get it from. But my dad, like I said, we just didn't know. And I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
But he cut all the wood. Oh, excuse me, for my mom's crafts and stuff like that. Like, he did all that.
No, my mom is the one who taught me how to cut wood.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad had the band saws and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I did text my dad today. Normally I would text my mom, but my dad worked at Home Depot while I was growing up. And so I was like, hey, what type of wood is this? Is this veneer? Do you think this will be fine if I do this and that? Because I have that piece that I'm going to restore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just blasted him with a bunch of questions of stuff I didn't know.
I do that all the time with stuff.
Yeah.
I ask my dad how hard-boiled eggs so often that I actually wrote it in a note on my phone. So
you
I
could
just look up
stop
hard-boiled
asking.
on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do I do that again?
Boil it for 9 minutes.
It's such a common thing.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just always I'm like, wait a minute, how do I do this again? It's hysterical. And my dad's version, 100% perfect, wonderful, drink. It's lovely.
Drinking. Oh, but I was going to say about all those big movies that people assume that I've
I'm
seen.
sorry.
It's easily passable because I see those references to those movies are in so many things that I feel like I already
It's like Citizen
have
Kane.
like seen the story. I haven't seen Citizen Kane, but yes,
But you know about Rosebud.
yeah,
Do you know what Rosebud is?
no,
Oh, ooh.
See?
That's my next choice.
okay.
We're gonna do that.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
In between,
no,
we're
I'm not
gonna
sorry.
be doing I want to say Gone in 60. I don't know why. It's like
You
right
can.
here.
Do it so we can get it over with.
We also need to do Alien though.
Oh, Alien. I
We
love
need to put
Alien.
that like 2-3 weeks out.
But do we have somebody that wants to be on that, don't they?
I have somebody I want to be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to figure that out. So if you can
Yeah,
get that, then maybe that'll be our next.
Okay.
But if not,
I'll discuss it with that person.
yeah. But if not, yeah.
Yeah. But also, what was I going to say? Oh, so it's easy to not see the movies now. You know?
Yeah. Well, and we
It's
have
kinda like
YouTube.
spoiler.
You can look at clips.
Yeah, it's just-
Like the other day, I really wanted to watch Color Purple, but I don't own it. So I just watched the clips of the scenes that I liked on YouTube and cried.
Oh.
And then I was done.
I want. That's so funny.
I cried so much that afternoon.
I want you to know that when I was younger and what was it, Napster and huge was
Oh,
huge
yeah.
or whatever, and I was like taking songs and making a bunch of mixtapes. I had this song on a CD for a while, and I don't remember how I came across it, but I ended up downloading it, realized it was like from the First Wives Club. Didn't realize later that it was like a movie starring these three bombshells.
Wait a minute, this version of it?
Yeah, it was this. It was this
wow.
version. It was them singing it. Yeah,
Okay.
and there was like a little bit of talking in it.
This is the end of the movie, by the way.
Yes, but
Everything turned out great.
John, yeah,
And they
yeah,
look
they started
fabulous.
they started the first one, or they started
It's
a center for
Center for Abused Women.
women, yeah, which is fantastic.
Which is beautiful. A beautiful thing to do with their
Yes.
pain. Lovely. And money that
Yes.
they got from their ex-husbands.
yes, because they have rich white people problems, right?
Yeah. But at least
As they're
they
dressed
did
in
do
all
something
white.
good. They did do something
Yeah,
good.
and that's pretty great. But John, I want you to know that the first time I saw this movie was this morning.
Are you serious, really?
And I owned
Oh.
it. I purchased it with the intent of watching it because of the song.
Yeah.
And I just never popped it open and actually like watched it through because I also kind of thought that I knew the story. But it was more than
Okay.
what I thought it was. As are all these movies, and I do know that. But sometimes
Yeah.
you're like, I know how that ends.
No,
You know?
I do the same thing with like when I finally do. I feel like that's a thing that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Because people do that with me too, but mine are like deep cinema thing. You know, like it's like
Like I would like The Day the Earth Stood Still.
yeah, something like that. Like
Yeah.
where you're like, well, John's got to have seen that because he's seen everything. And I'm like, well,
But
no,
like
I actually
more
have not
watch
seen everything.
Old
I'm
sci-fi,
sorry.
and you watch old.
I watch
Kubrick.
I just watch I watch a lot of stuff, but I'm gravitate towards I don't even know what. But the popular quote unquote films, I don't always go for those. Because I'll read something about this or that and find out about this particular person and be like, Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah.
I found out about Ray Harryhausen. Oh, I gotta watch all of the films he's ever done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's what I do. I don't really go for like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, it just takes, and I can't think of a good example of something that I haven't seen that I should have technically.
Well, people always assume that I've seen all the Harry Potters. And
that
I think
is a
it's-
weird one.
I think
feel
it's
like-
my generation that's supposed to. I think my generation grew up with Harry. Maybe is
Well,
it my
yeah, but-
generation?
I don't know. I mean, I love it, but I'm
Like-
older. Like, it should probably not have been my generation, but I love it so
I
much.
think I'm older than Harry Potter, right? But
I actually,
think I'm
do you know what's
only
funny?
older by
Harry
like
Potter
3 years
is
or
my
something.
age. The character.
Oh, maybe I'm younger than Harry Potter then.
I'm older. Yeah, or I mean, I'm the same age as Harry Potter. So Harry Potter is going to be pretty old, guys.
Well, I thought
This year.
I thought it was really cool.
I think he might have been born
the
in
series
1980.
because are you sure?
The character,
Right.
not the actor,
Oh
not Dan
no
Radcliffe.
no! I meant like the book. When was the book published?
1999, I think, maybe is the first one.
And he was how old when we met him? 9 years old or something? 1997.
Something like
The
that.
Sorcerer's Stone.
No, was it really 97? Mm-hmm. Oh, that was close. That was
You
pretty
were close. Look at you.
The film might have been 1999.
Maybe Harry Potter is how many years?
What year was he born?
Well,
Look up the Harry Potter. Look up the character.
I don't know how to.
Look up characters. I don't know. There's got to be
I
a
don't
linky
know.
link.
There's gotta
a
be
linky
something.
poo for Harry Potter.
He's like 9 years old when it starts, right? 10, 12, 13. Oh my goodness.
Well, if it happens in
Diagon Allen or 3
oh my God, look it up. I don't
Living
know.
an ordinary life on his 11th birthday.
So it starts.
He
at
receives the letter.
Yeah, but the time frame in the books is not the same as the time frame that they came out.
If he's 11 and it came out in 97, I'm going to assume 86 is when he was born.
That's what I'm saying. That's not how that works.
Well, then I am a dummy, and you can just.
I'm saying he's my age. I think he was born in 1980 though, and not.
And that the books are like set in the further back.
Yes, further back
Right.
than when they were published.
So what I'm saying is, when I was 11, he was 11 in the books, and so my generation got to grow with the Harry
yes, well, I mean, I
Potters.
get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that technically in the literary.
All right,
literary
he's both our
universe,
generations,
me-
Sean.
He's both of us. He was growing up with you at whatever time you were reading it, but at the same time, like, he is my age. So
Yeah.
I am the age. Like, that old stuff at the end of the last movie, that's me. Except I don't have kids.
I mean, I've seen the first movie and the last movie.
Oh, God, that's so awkward.
I guess.
Did you see part
kind of
one
figured it
or
out.
part two of the last one?
I think I saw.
Because that's very awkward. It's like,
I think I
what?
saw both, but I don't remember because it was in D-Box and it was a movie that I worked at the movie theater at the time.
I mean,
and
of
we had
course, I'm
D-Box,
also a
which
nerd.
is short for The Box. It is a French-Canadian company that it just literally translates to The Box. But they have it's motion seating that moves in sync with the on-screen action. For those of you who don't know, so. It was very exciting whenever there was a D-Box movie and we were able to screen it because those tickets were, like, expensive.
Yeah.
And so we weren't able to see D-Box movies after the movie was already out because we would have that money had to go to D-Box. It was like the way our agreement worked. And so we would have to
you
pay
could
for it.
watch it in the same theater as regular people. Because there's only a certain amount of chairs.
Right.
Because I remember...
My theater had rows of D-Box, but there are other theaters of our company at the time that had entire auditoriums.
Yeah,
that were
that's crazy.
D-Box. Yeah.
Because I remember watching, I want to say maybe one of the Avengers movies
Yes,
in
they
a
were in
theater
D-Box.
that had D-Box seats, but we were not in one.
Right.
But you could still feel it.
Yes.
So it was funny because I was like, wait, what? Why are we moving? What's happening? Because we were like, I don't know, right behind them or something. Or
Yeah.
somewhere. We were near them, I think. But I was like, this is weird.
Yeah. The best movie I ever saw in D-Box, there are two. Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, God, I love that movie.
Brilliant.
I love that.
It was
It's
fantastic.
film. I'm going to say film.
It is a cinematic
That-
masterpiece. I purchased it today.
Seriously.
Probably for the second time.
Seriously, that is one of the because I've talked about this. I think like there are very
we should
few
do that,
times,
too.
huh?
We should do that.
We should do that. I haven't really seen it since I saw it in the theater. I own it, and
Same.
I've watched it. I've started to watch it, but I always get distracted by something else, or I have to stop it. But
I took
and I own it
so
in
many of
3D.
those posters because I
we should watch it in
loved
3D.
them.
We should watch a 3D movie with the kids.
Oh my goodness.
That would be fun. We'll do that.
Is it passive or active?
I don't know what that means.
The 3D glasses we have to use to watch it. Do we have to turn
Batteries.
them on?
Yeah,
That is active 3D.
that's this. That's what this TV is.
That is active 3D. You're welcome.
Thank you. So we're gonna
Passive is
actively
just like the
we're gonna
plastic
actively watch it.
Okay.
No, we should do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to watch a 3D movie for the podcast. We haven't done that.
Sure.
And we have 3D glasses as our artwork. I own a lot of 3D movies.
I own a lot of 3D glasses, but they're passive 3D glasses.
No, I collected 3D movies when that technology came out
I
because
even
I was
have
so excited.
Harry Potter 3D glasses, the ones that look like Harry Potter, because we used to have specialty glasses at the theater.
Oh wow.
The little circle ones, yeah.
That's cool.
There's like Katy Perry ones that are like pink and blue. There's like a whole bunch. But the Harry Potter ones were the...
And I do have the last Harry Potter films in 3D Blu-ray
Oh,
because they
look at
came
that.
with my big wizard collection.
Oh, nerd.
I am a nerd. I paid $500 for that fucking thing. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it because I paid that money. I paid that money.
For Society, when we watched that and we did our recommends, I recommended The Blob, but I was thinking about it and I should have recommended Get Out.
I don't. Oh, Get Out is so good.
Get Out because of the
Oh,
social
my
class,
God,
like how
yes.
how the
Now,
wealthy have
talking
always
about-
put upon the.
A fantastic recommendation compared to the movie. Get Out was amazing. I saw that in theater. I
also saw it in
loved
theaters.
that film. That was amazing. I really wanted to see Us, but I never saw it.
I also haven't seen it. I went to the haunted house though. Oh no, I didn't. I looked at it and I was like, never mind.
That's funny.
No, I chose to go on the other ones instead. I went on the Yeti instead.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's what I'm into.
Yeah, I like Yetis. Duh.
Oh, that's what you're into too. I was thinking classic horror, but you're
Oh, no,
also
I love
a Yeti.
Yetis.
Yeah.
What, wait a minute.
I
Is it
said
a different kind of Yeti?
No, it is. It's the same Yeti, but I said because that's what I'm into. But you're also into Yetis, but it's a different Yeti.
Oh.
I'm talking about classic horror. You're talking about
Actual Yetis.
gays.
Gay, sexy Yetis that
Yes.
want to marry me and take me off to the Himalayas.
Yes, please. Can one of those please be one of our listeners? A gay Himalayan Yeti.
Careful what you wish for.
I'll wish for that again if I have to.
Oh my
A
goodness.
gay Himalayan Yeti. Reiterate. Speak clearly, John. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what we're talking about, but 3D movies, Mad Max.
How do you
I was
feel-
going to say Mad Max. So Mad Max was one of those that, like, when I saw in the theater, it was like, and I did see it in 3D, I think. I think.
Uh-huh.
But it
I didn't.
was so beautiful.
It's a
Like, it was
gorgeous
one of those
film.
ones where I started crying, not because of, like, the content of the story,
But,
but
like, the
because
picture,
cinematically, I could not believe that this was something that I was seeing with my eyes. And I love that kind of cinema. Like, when you can't, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a cinematic experience completely.
Yes.
And the last time that happened in the theater for me was Speed Racer, which a lot of people make fun of me for. But that is one of the most gorgeous pieces of art I have ever seen in the theater. It was beautiful. It still is. I still think that's a gorgeous fucking film. The end when he's in the ice caves, speeding through there with that gorgeous abstract. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I'm not kidding. I love it. So anybody that did not like Speed Racer, fuck y'all. Y'all are dumb. Just throwing it out there.
My old roommate Spencer, which I don't think you met him, but you have been in the apartment
Yes, I
in
have
which
been in
we
that
both
apartment. Yeah,
occupied.
yeah.
Yes,
I don't think I did actually
No.
meet him.
that's fine.
But anyway, whatever.
Yeah. The first time he ever did weed, he saw Speed Racer.
That's fine.
And it was like the best experience he had ever had. And he would always recommend Speed Racer to me. And so
Well,
I watched it on his recommendation. And I was like, I could see how Spencer would
Did you
fall in
like
love with
it,
this
though?
movie high. Yeah, it was all right. I don't think I remember a lot
It
of
was
it.
all right.
Well, that's a raving review from me. Don't you dare.
No, I remember when I saw that and I got out of the theater because I went with my boyfriend at the time, which that's a whole. We've talked about it before, named it by name, and I still haven't bleeped it out. Who cares? He's never gonna listen. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I did. He was an awful guy, but he was the one that I've talked about him before. I think on here where it didn't. Maybe I did. I don't know if I did.
Are you going to talk about the movie, or are you talking about the...
I'm talking about the movie, but I'm talking
Okay.
about him because it makes this is important to my
Okay.
story. So he would always like not listen to me constantly.
Oh,
Like
that
I'd be
sounds
saying
familiar.
things and whatever, and he would not listen.
Yeah,
Shut
I don't
up.
listen to you.
And but then he was always on his laptop. He was either playing World of Warcraft or that's about that time,
Yep, me.
or he would be Googling things or whatever. I mean, just
He
constantly
was constantly on the Googles and the
constantly
Blizzards.
on his laptop. And if he didn't read it on his screen, he just
Comprehend
didn't
it?
pay attention.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. So there were a few times where that kind of thing would happen. Like Tori Amos
Mm-hmm.
had a video collection come out, and it was called Fade to Red, and it was all her videos, and we watched it when it came out, the day it came out, because I'm a nerd. I bought it. I was like, oh my God, Tori Amos, yes! And it had commentary. So we watched it first without, then we watched it with commentary, and then it had to be a week later. He's on his computer, and he's like, did you know Tori Amos put out a collection of her videos called Fade to Red? And I literally was like dumbfounded, and the look on my face must have said something, because he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, we watched it! We watched it twice! Because the second time we watched it with commentary by Tori Amos. I was like, I own it. What is wrong with you? Like, that's how much he didn't pay attention to anything going on around him if it wasn't on his computer. So he didn't believe anything unless he read it on the internet.
Which is weird.
Which is weird. So anyway, so we went and saw Speed Racer. And I went and saw it with him and my friend Wendy and her sons.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were leaving, we were all like, oh my God, that was so good. And I said, that was one of the, because it was beautiful, but I said it felt to me like the biggest budgeted avant-garde film I have ever seen. And that's literally the words that came out of my mouth were avant-garde film with a big budget.
Yeah.
And of course, nobody really, nobody really said much about it. And then like a week later,
William read something. Oh, I'm sorry. I just said his name again. God damn it. Whatever. We said it before. He read something on the internet that said the exact same thing. And he's like, a lot of people are saying that it's like the biggest budgeted avant-garde film. And I was like, I fucking said that when we left the theater, you asshole. Like, listen to me and don't read things on the internet. I'm telling you the things that you need to know.
He's allowed to read things on the internet, but
He's
also
allowed to
listen
read things
you,
on the internet,
because
but
that's,
listen
like,
to
how
me.
communication works.
Because he would have, the appropriate way to come at that would be like, John, you remember that thing that you said after we saw the film? Somebody just said that on this article. Yeah, that's how you say that. Because John thought of it first. Or before you read it. I didn't think of it first, I'm sure. Not the point. So anyway, I love Speed Racer. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
All right, so how do you feel about First Wives Club?
I love it.
And what would you recommend?
Oh, gosh.
I think if you like First Wives Club, that I would recommend Heartbreakers.
That's a good choice. Oh, you stole it right out from under me.
Yeah. I figured I needed to say it because we did bring up Heartbreakers earlier, and I was like, ooh, that would be a good recommend.
That's a very good recommend
Yeah.
for this. I would say...
Also, 3 women getting at, their men, which is a Beastwick, maybe?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, can I mention movies that we've done before?
Sure,
as
but I mean, don't you
recommends?
want
I
our
don't know.
listeners to watch
Well,
new things?
that's what I was saying. I want to say something that they haven't seen before.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of like what I feel like, because I usually when I watch these kind of films, I usually have like a string of.
Oh, 9 to 5 is also. You said
9
you
to
bought
5's
them
good.
together. I was like, oh,
I
that's
did,
a good
yeah.
pair. Yeah.
That's a good choice too. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna say Steel Magnolias.
Bad.
What? Fuck you. No, that's a bunch of.
I was just gonna say bad to
women,
whatever it was that you
fantastic
said.
Shit, shut up. No, I think Steel Magnolias is a good choice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right on.
I would totally recommend that. Yeah, do that.
Cool.
So join us next week when we watch Who Knows What. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ashley's
I'm sorry.
Still,
I'm
she's
throwing
still
them out there.
collating, which is a line from Alien. You're
haven't
still
seen that.
collating? You haven't seen Alien?
I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it the way you've seen it, but
No.
I've seen it.
Good God, nobody has. Nobody has.
Well, wait until you
Actually, that might be true. Yeah, who knows?
you two
I'm
will
so nervous about
touch
that.
penises.
Please don't say that because I want to do that now.
Oh no. I think he might only be interested in women. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll ask him.
Yeah, ask about
I'll
the
ask
touching of the
anybody.
penises. Because
He's in a relationship though, so
I mean,
he also might be monogamous.
so am I.
Maybe.
But I'll touch a penis
Yeah.
with
right.
my penis.
Absolutely.
That's not sexual.
I mean, I don't have a penis, but I assume that
That's
it's
not
like
sexual.
it's like
It's
shaking
not
hands.
sexual. It's shaking hands.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, there you go.
That's exactly what I imagine it sounds like.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound.
Okay, until next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, that penis is touching.